Welcome to the Gilded Flask, where adventure is never far. My name is Barry, and I will be your Dungeon Master for this session. And I'm joined by three wonderful people. Please introduce yourselves.
I am Anne. I play Carla Lalacott, the halfling detective, supernatural, inquisitive spirit spirit. She's great.
I'm Daniel. I'm playing John Varenthal, the righteous human paladin of midnight and professional streamer, maybe.
And I'm going to take my mic off of mute because I'm also a streamer. And I'm Marissa. I play Casariel, the ASMR Twilight Cleric.
It's going to be one of those episodes, guys. If you've never visited our place before... If you've never visited our place before, we stream weekly Curse of Strahd plays on Twitch, on twitch.tv/GildedFlask. And if you cannot visit us live, you can also catch us on YouTube, where we post the live recordings every Monday. If you're curious about that, if you can go to thegildedflask.com, you can find all those links and the links to our socials, where, of course, you should follow us. As we are still relatively new, we don't have any sponsors just yet. Hint, but we do have a couple of awesome people who help bring our vision to life that we want to shout out. First off, that is D. Chandra and Paradox for the amazing character art that we have. Pyram King, James RPG Art, and DM Andy for the wonderful maps and content that we use during our playthrough. And then we have Tabletop Audio, Scott Buckley, Phoenix Music, and Alexander Nakarada for the great musical scores that we have in the background. And with that, let's head into the tale.
Tell me, do you like ghost stories? I've been investigating people vanishing mysteriously into the night, never to return. It looks like I've found out where they've been.
Good evening.
I don't like this place. The air feels heavier.
Did you hear that?
What do you mean he's watching?
In this place, nothing is what it seems.
We come from an ancient land.
There's no time for this. What are you looking for?
This place has taken my father and my mother. It will not have me.
We gotta move, now.
Oh, I do love a good mystery.
Barovia is mine, and so are you.
We're back.
Love that intro. For those of you wondering, that intro is made by our own one and only Casariel. She made this intro for us. Marissa, thank you so much for your endeavors in that. So great. I love it. So, last week, where were we? Let's see. Last week, you guys traveled a little further up the road. You guys have been to Castle Ravenloft because you encountered a black carriage, and after some twisting and turning, you decided, I think that's the right word, decided to go into the carriage. I mean, Carla decided.
We were spirited away.
Yeah.
I was trying to investigate, get an eye. I didn't think the carriage would see me entering it.
And you were moved towards the castle, where you have had a interesting run-in with Rahadin, who is the chamberlain of the castle and servant of Strahd. You moved towards the castle chapel, where you found an interesting book that you took along with you, after which you were whisked away by Strahd again to please leave, which you did. You read the book during a camp, during your camping, and were pulled into the book, and you saw a bit of Strahd's history right before your very eyes. After that, you traveled down the road and you came upon an old windmill, which was also serving as a bakery for pies, which you have encountered before, the pies themselves. You had a swell talk with the daughters and mother that are operating this windmill. And after some due consideration, Carla, you decided to give the deed of the windmill that you found in the death house to these people in exchange for a lasting business deal that you can sell their pies probably beyond their own reach. So you're acting as the supply or the
distribution,
transportation, the distribution, basically. Thereby cutting a deal with them. The first 60 pies that you have gotten with you, you will be able to make the full amount of 1 gold per pie. You can keep it yourselves. And then after that, any batch of pies that you come and get, you will get 50% off. Sounds like a lucrative deal. Certainly not something that I expected as a DM. But a deal is a deal. So that was, I believe, where you ended, right? In front of the windmill.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move over to that scene. Oh, yes. So let's open up the windmill. Here we are. I don't know if you still wanted to do something here, but you decided to walk outside of that. Was where we ended.
Mm-hmm.
I think we were leaving with our knapsacks on our back, filled with pies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna follow Carla and Casariel out.
Feeling quite pleased with my deal.
So you have 20 pies each on you, and these are like hand pies, right? Like the small ones, so they should be able to fit in a backpack. You asked how long they should be good, and that should be for at least a couple of days. Like the older they are, the less good they are, of course. But for the foreseeable couple of days, like 4 or 5 days, you should be fine at least.
Well preserved. I like it.
John,
Well, I mean, it's pie, so.
Yes.
Would you hold these for me for a moment? I'm just gonna hand the pies and like go to like I'm gonna adjust some of my armor. Thank you, and I'm just gonna keep walking. You're so strong.
Can I like I'm gonna stop and take off my backpack and arrange. Never carry anything.
I'll take 10. I'll take 10 because that means I can get more gold on me if I can. I take like half of the stack.
Fine. Here you go. Have some.
30. Cool.
Just know, Casaro, you might not get all of them back. These are delicious.
Aww.
Being him like reach for one, I imagine like being like, these are delicious. Carla like smacks his hand and is like, that's our product.
Also, I believe I told you last time, but these 60 pies that you've gotten are like different types, right? They're not all the same. A couple of them are sweet potato, a couple of them are vegetable and chicken, and a couple of them are plain vegetable. Those are the 3 ones.
He hands all the ones that he has that are just plain vegetable. He hands that to Carly's. Here. Not enough meat on these.
You don't eat them.
You have your token, and you're outside the Durst Mill right now. And it is, if I am not mistaken, late morning at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Right, I suppose we should get back on the road and head to Vallaki.
A fairly auspicious day.
Lucrative.
They smell delicious. I'm probably just going to walk along with a smile.
Word, John. I think carrying heavy things makes you smarter.
Thank you. Do you have anything else you'd like me to
No. I wouldn't bother you with anything else.
Fantastic.
The brain is a
now
muscle.
that we're in business, should we maybe get on to, heading back to Valaki?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, of course. Go ahead and move the token. I'll stay off of this then.
Okay.
So the road itself that you're following here is a rather drab road. It goes along a mountain pass here and around a couple of trees. There's not much to see except for just rows upon rows of pine trees, mist, and a little bit of drizzle. The road curves where you are right now, and as it curves, you notice that beyond the tree line that you see on your right, you can see a lot of water. If memory serves, you have been told about a rather large lake that Valaki itself is bordering. This seems like a very large lake.
Fabulous. Kella's going to take out the map that was given to her to see if it would be more beneficial to cut from the road towards the lake or to continue along the road. So I'm
Let me
going to
see
try and
if I
find
can.
that.
Let me see if I can quickly grab that map for you.
Mhm. In-game handouts. There we go. Lucky. We just left Ravenloft.
I can't quickly show it in here, but it is just one road, so there's no cutoffs unless you want to go into the woods, of course.
Okay, so I think it would be safer stay on the road until we reach a more obvious path towards Vallaki. So we're just going to continue following the road.
Wasn't there something supposed to be under that lake?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
What did Madame Eva tell us? Something's under the lake. Remember?
Do you think she meant the lake that they were parked by? Or that lake up there?
No idea.
my notes.
Did she just say, she just said there was something under a lake. I don't swim very well in all this armor. I will have to let you know. The more I carry, the more
One
smart
of our
I'm gonna be,
items.
but I also sink pretty well.
It's one of our items. No, I don't believe so.
No, I don't remember either. Let me look out. I took some notes that day. Let me see here.
We were going to a dragon house, I believe. Was that where we were fighting the broken
We
person?
will be
or
finding a dragon.
a house with the dragon on it, probably. I haven't seen a dragon in ages. Or have I? I don't even know if I've ever seen a dragon. Maybe in my dreams.
You dream of dragons often?
No, not often. It's been ages.
Dude, what do you dream of, John? What happens in that mind of yours when you go to bed? Anything?
Recently it's been rather dark and I haven't really been feeling very rested.
Oh.
Has it been ever since you acquired that weapon? Okay.
They're probably not linked. This is a very nice weapon. I don't know what you're talking about. That's
So just since we've come here?
Sort of like a weapon that not a hero would use, though. Wouldn't you agree?
I mean, it does look rather, yes, it's I admit it's got its edges, but I'll work them out. It just needs a good wielder, that's all. Good wielder.
Good wielder, right.
Yes.
Well, I can't find the lake thing. I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point. Probably not that important, right?
Probably
Right,
not.
DM?
I suppose onward to Valaki.
But to Valaki.
You move along the road, and the morning moves into afternoon, and the afternoon is starting to move into evening. It is still light out, but it is starting to get towards the time when the dusk will set in. You have a little bit more worth of travel if you'd want to, but you might want to consider your options and what you want to do during the night.
I think we're going to walk until the sun is setting. I know we don't see the sun here, but until it starts kind of dropping even lower
Like it's dark.
in the darkness. And if we don't see Vallaki, we won't continue on, we'll camp. But if we see a sign of life, we'll continue on towards.
All right, fair
Sounds
enough.
about right.
Very well.
As you move along the path to, hopefully, Valaki,
Hopefully.
you notice that on the stretch of road in front of you, there seems to be some movement. Who has the highest passive perception? You three.
Mine is 13.
14.
12.
All right, Casariel. Looking out along the path, you feel that you see a couple of pairs of eyes staring towards you. It is a little rainy and a little misty here, so it's hard to see, but you have the feeling that there's a couple of pairs of eyes staring towards you.
And it's not dark yet, right? We're still walking.
And yeah, no, you should be able to see it if you would get a little closer, for example.
Wait.
It's got a lot of heft. You see? Wait, what?
Shh. Did you see that? I'm going to point it out. Those eyes. Do they look like, can I tell what kind of eyes? Like, do they look humanoid? Do they look like cat,
They
dog?
definitely don't look humanoid, and their humanoid would be around eye level. These are lower.
Halflings.
It's an army of halflings. Holy shit.
My people!
Carla, some friends of yours?
Not every halfling knows each other, John. That's actually incredibly presumptuous.
Those are kind of racist, so don't say that out loud.
No, Carla is going to kind of reach a hand out and minor illusion just a loud bang near these eyes to see if they move.
All right. As you do that, you notice a jitter between the eyes, followed by a loud howl, as no less than two wolves and what seems to be two very large wolves start to take their advance towards you. I need a roll for initiative.
Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
Okay.
Yes.
Get advantage on initiative. Why can't I remember that? I think I do. Right? Yes.
Yeah, you do.
I rolled a 7 twice.
Oh my god!
We're not doing this again today, guys.
I blew my critical failure on initiative roll, so I'm excited.
So you get a 1? Okay.
You get a 1.
Oh wait.
Cool. Carla, what did
I'm
you
not
get?
excited about that.
I got a 13 total.
13. And a
I got a
7 for you, Casariel? Oh, 9.
9
All right.
with advantage.
God. Fucked. Maybe
No,
we
that's
should have
not-
stopped and camped. Actually. Oh god.
Well, there's no running this time, not where we are.
Keep vigilant. Don't let them surround you. Don't let them surround you.
All right. Ready?
Yes.
The leaders of the pack, being the dire wolves, make their first attempt and they rush towards you. They're like lurching beasts as well. Like these creatures are big.
Oh my god.
Like on a scale of wolf to horse, where are these guys?
Horse.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah. And like Shetland pony horse, but like two next to each other. Like these guys are like bunches of muscle. They're like give a whole bunch of steroids to a wolf and then do an enlarged spell on that.
All right.
They're not
He's
cool.
like the size of one of their legs.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. These are about 4 Carlas.
Oh my god. I'm already a handful at one.
He's gonna look over at Casariel and say, "Light and smite." No. Okay.
Carla.
We'll work on that.
Your turn.
Oh, me. Oh, exciting. I'm going to go invisible. No, thank you. I'm going to burn one of my spots and I disappear from view in just like this cloud of smoke. And I'm going to move as kind of... Yeah, I'm going to try and move in like... Yeah, this direction.
Okay.
25. There we go. My full movement here. So I'm
Cool.
just trying to disappear out of view and run.
Carla, don't worry. As long as we stand together, and she's gone. Where'd she go?
What? Oh, dang it.
You hear in your head with message. It's fine. Keep them distracted.
Well, I'll make my escape.
So, Saloon, is that you? I must keep them distracted.
Yes.
No.
Casariel, your turn.
All right, so Casariel you see her eyes just flicker white and then purple. She's going to rise off the ground as two spectral purple wings sprout from her back. She's going to raise up.
You raise me up.
Really quick, how far is this spell? Okay, she's going to raise up 30 feet in the air. And
Holy
then
shit,
she
okay.
will... Yep, and then she's going to cast Spiritual Weapon right between the two fuckfaces. The two direwolves.
Spiritual weapon. Okay. I hope I have a token for that, but let me quickly have a look.
Alrighty.
That would be cool. Otherwise, we know where it is. So
Yeah, we can make one.
any token would work too. You could just have a big armored badass standing there. It's like that's
Yeah, like a...
I will
picture
look
like
for
a
something
moon
while
scythe,
we.
like a scythe with a
look
moon
for
on the
one-
end, but anything
What does
will
it
work.
look like, by the way?
Yeah, it's a huge scythe, and it's got a actually
that's
it's got
cool.
3 moons. It's got a full moon in the middle and 2 half moons on the outside. It's the Silverstar emblem, so it can swing either way.
Okay. This is the best I can do.
swings both ways.
Perfect.
Very nice.
It's exactly you captured
that's
my
pretty
vision
good.
perfectly.
That's pretty damn good.
And I will take a swipe at the gentleman on the right. That's closest
Yep.
to John. Okay. Don't be a jerk. You're a jerk. 8 plus 6. 14 to hit.
That hits.
Woohoo!
Whoa.
Okay. That is. New character. Who this? 1d8, I believe. 8
Nice.
points of damage.
There's a good spiritual weapon, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else?
No, that is it for me.
Right.
And
The wolves feel that they want to get in on this, and they charge also towards battle. John.
John looks to the left and says, "Carla, don't worry. As long as we're together on there, we're all right. Casariel, don't worry. Back me up. We're the
Hello.
Alrighty." And he just starts barreling forward and just leaps with an overhead smash at the first direwolf.
Cool. Let's go.
Yep. And he's going to. This is gonna be a regular attack. No great weapon master on this one. I need a hit. All right. And that is 12 plus 16. So 16 to hit. Awesome. And he's going to, as the scythe comes in from behind, the weapon he's holding lights up with holy energy, and he's going to divine smite this.
Cool. Let's go.
And oh, that's so sad. I got 2 2s and 2 1s. So 6 total damage from my divine. Plus another 2. So 8 total damage from my divine smite.
It's still damage.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have also just missed.
So the scythe hits it like reels forward, and then he smashes it, and it reels back into the scythe again, sort of bouncing it.
Okay.
That's me.
With that, top it around. Carla.
Oh, me! Exciting. I am going to use my movement to get strategically between all of them. And
Okay.
I am going to pull my my bagpipes off my back, shove them in my mouth, and thunder wave at 2nd level. All of them in 15 feet of me, which I believe is all of them. Yeah,
That
it's like-
does cancel out your invisibility, though.
I know. I'm
Right.
taking a risk.
Okay. Just
All
making
of
sure.
them need to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Of
13.
Okay, great. Con saves. All right. 13, you said, right?
Mhm.
The Dire Wolves make it.
Mhm.
The Wolves really don't. They got a 3.
Awesome.
Excellent. So, all of them are going to. Okay, not all of them. So that's a 8, 6, 8 and 6 is Why can't I? Oh, 14. Okay. And then that's a 3, so that is 14 plus 3 is 17. There we go. Okay, sorry, I'm a little stupid. Okay, so the wolves take 17 points of damage.
Yeah.
The dire wolves take half of that.
So that would be 9 because you can round up.
Yeah, and the wolves are pushed 10 feet back from me.
Oh, that's so cool.
Let me just note that. That would be 9 for the dire wolves. So that is... Yeah. All right. The 2 wolves get a full blast of this thunder wave, and you kill yet another 2 dogs. They
Let's go!
they get blasted back, and you hear like as they just fly through the air.
And I'm going to take the rest of my movement to move the fuck back. I think I can go like hair.
Yeah, you moved 15. You can use another 10. That's yeah,
that's there. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to get a little bit out of range.
Also, the direwolf that was also attacked by the spiritual weapon is bloodied.
Okay, cool.
I imagine like the like wave of thunder kind of pushed the knife even further into it. The glaive.
Yeah, they're none too happy about that. The 2 direwolves definitely didn't notice you doing that, so they turn around and with a fiendish grin on their face and a lust for food and blood, they both like just rush on you. That means, John, you will get an opportunity attack on the one that is near the spiritual weapon.
Yep. Let's go ahead and roll that.
Go ahead.
Well, bud. Do it well, bud.
No, I got a... I think I got a 10.
That misses.
Yeah.
They both dive on you and try to bite you.
Exciting.
And they apply pack tactics because they're together. Which means I can use advantage on my attack.
If I die, it was so lovely knowing both of you.
So that's an 18 to hit.
That hits.
Right. That is 10 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make a strength save.
I'm not good at those. Oh no. Okay, my save is not too bad. 15. Flat 15.
All right, so it just hurts. Like 10 points of piercing damage hurts, but it just hurts.
Cool.
The other one tries to bite you as well. And does it with advantage because pack tactics. And does so for a 19.
Hits.
That's another 10 points of piercing damage, and I need another strength saving throw.
18. Flat 18.
Flat 18. All right, so you're still fine other than the damage.
Oh, great. Awesome. Shit.
Okay. Casariel, you're still flying.
I am flying, and I'm going to fly. I'm going to fly 30 feet towards Carla.
So that's 30 feet in the air, 30 feet towards her, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep.
You want me to do it? I'm not really sure exactly. I feel like that's, 15, 15, 20, something like that.
That's 25. You can move another 5 if you want.
I'm great here.
Okay.
So I was going to help John out, but as that wolf moved away and as they are both surrounding Carla, I'm actually going to start conjuring a beam of light on the ground. So it's just like a white light begins to swirl on the ground, and this is going to be a 5-foot radius in between both of the wolves. It's going to hit them both.
Yep.
If it hits. Yep. And then, so you're just going to see it's going to start swirling and a helix, and then like a burst of lava fire, except for it's purple, obviously. Boom. And it's going to be, I'm going to cast my moonbeam.
Yeah. That's such a cool description, by the way. Holy shit. So
let's see. Okay.
Love it.
Okay. And it's actually not going to hurt them until their turn.
All right. And do they need to roll a throw for that, or is it just like too bad for them?
It's a Constitution saving throw.
All right. I'll pre-roll them. How much?
Okay. 14.
Okay. I will tell you the results when we get there.
So also, just in case this is a factor, a shape changer makes it saving throw with disadvantage.
I know.
If they should happen to be any... Okay.
I know.
Okay.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Okay, that's that. And then my bonus action, I'm gonna have my spiritual weapon take another swipe at the one that's already bloodied. 4, 6, 10 to hit.
Nope. It swipes over it.
Okay. All right, that's the end of my turn.
All right. Then we have John.
All right. John's basically going to he's no frills, rush up and try to smack the one that he smacked before. Same deal. All right, come on, baby. No opportunity attack misses like we did. Okay. We got the same as we've got the first one. 16.
Hits.
Yeah, baby. All right. And Carla's in a bad way. We're going for it. Another smite. Okay, that's better. All right. So we've got 5 plus 6, 11 plus 4 is 15. 15 damage.
You cave his skull in with your hit.
And
so he's standing there like biting her, and like once he releases, you just cave his skull in top to bottom.
Okay, so as that happens, I was thinking about using a bonus action. I didn't do it for this reason. As he comes down on this wolf and the blood drains from it, the life drains out of it, he hears in his mind, hit it again, or hit the other one, and I can use my bonus action to make an attack on the other one. If I guess I can move around this.
Yep, you have to move around, but you can make that in terms of movement. Yep.
Cool. And he's going to go for another one. Whack.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, getting an 8 to hit.
No. So in your frenzy, for whatever reason, with the voice in your head, the frenzy compels you to move and frantically attack, and therefore you totally swipe over.
Hit it again. What? Yep. He misses.
All right, top it around, Carla.
I'm going to produce the Mace of Terror, a new fun weapon that I've gotten. And I am going to just kind of like hastily like reach around and grab whatever I can and swing at it. For 19 plus 1, dirty 20. Dirty 20 to hit.
That pretty much hits, yeah.
Great. You gotta make me a DC 15 wisdom saving throw or become frightened of me and have to move away as fast as possible.
I make it with an 18.
I'm fucked. Okay. I might die. Guys, I'm gonna die, and that's okay. I think we should all say our goodbyes now. Okay, I'm gonna roll my damage and then take 1 away from it because I'm not strong. That's it. A mighty 2 damage to this beast.
Boom!
Yeah, and after that I'm going to cower in fear and be like, I think I may die! No.
Carla!
I'm gonna hold the weapon.
It's the direwolf's turn, and before he tries to bite you, the moonbeam takes effect because he failed his throw. So what happens?
Great, that's 2d10, so get wrecked, buddy. Don't fuck me.
Wow.
That is 6 and a 1. Fuck, 7 points of damage.
Okay, that doesn't even bloodied.
Okay.
There's hope.
But blood means frenzy, and he is angry, so he rushes on Carla, being almost a quarter size of him, thinking that is at least a good meal. Nope, he tries to hit you with a 14. I don't think
that doesn't hit.
Perfect!
No.
Oh my
he misses
god!
You.
The kind of cloak comes up and shields me with my cloak of protection, and I kind of like roll out of the way before I'm used as a chew toy. This is revenge for all the dogs I've killed. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Yeah, Stoker. Oof.
The spirit of Stoker is still with you, or is it? Casariel.
Power within my cloak. Okay.
Right, so first thing I'll do is I'm going to move my spiritual weapon, and I'm going to try to hit him. I'm going to use a different dice this time. So, fuck me. Okay, that's better. It's 16.
Hits.
Great. Okay, you rolled an 8. Let's roll you again. 3 damage.
3 points of damage. Yep.
Yes. And then I am going to fly on over.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to I'm going to fly over, so I'm 30 feet up. I'm going to fly, I guess, 20 feet down. Wait, can I do that?
Yep.
30, my movement. Yeah, okay. And then I will place my hand on her shoulder and say, "You're not going to die when I'm here." And I will cast Cure Wounds at first level.
Awesome.
So that is 1d8 plus 4. 8 points of healing.
Oh, wonderful. I imagine she kind of like looks up from like cowering in her cloak and sees this angelic figure flying above her in healing, and it's like, God, oh no, Casariel, oh my goodness, thank you.
Casariel.
Oh no, God's finally here to take me out. Oh wait, no, it's Casariel.
Anything else, Casariel?
No. That's it for me.
John.
All right. John's actually, yeah, okay, he's just gonna hit it. He's just gonna hit it. I thought it would be really cool to do something else, but this is better. He's not gonna hit it. He's going to swing ferociously and miss utterly. He's still kind of reeling from this void, like, what the hell was that? And he misses.
Fair enough.
Oh God.
Anything else?
No, that's yeah, you know, no, okay, I was getting, no, we're good. He's done. Ow, we're good. John's done.
Okay, Carla.
Okay,
Damn.
feeling a little better now. I'm going to try something a little new, and I'm kind of going to like wrap my cloak around me and like, come on, one of you help me, one of you, and I'm going to try and determine my tail. I'm going to start being a bard. Okay, let's see. Okay, one of you, and I got a 3, which is Tale of the Beloved Friend. The Beloved Friends. Oh yes, what about? Okay, this isn't the clever animal. Great. Okay.
Stoker pops up.
Yeah. No, this is the Tale of the Beloved Friends, which I look around at my beloved friends and I think of the ones that have passed, and I desperately want to help them. So, Casariel, yourself, and me will gain temporary hit points. Okay, excellent. So you're going to gain 6 plus 3, 9 temporary hit points from me.
Nice.
As this tale sort of starts to fill you as like my friendship and my desperate need for you to not turn into a ghost starts to overcome. So me and you will now have 9 temporary hit points more.
Amazing.
Anything else?
No, that's a whole action for me to do that. So then I don't really want to take an opportunity attack, but I am going to try and sort of like cower, kind of keeping within its range, but kind of cower towards John as opposed to the wolf. Like, hello.
Sure.
Come here. Come at me.
The wolf itself was already turning around because the one that was trying to attack him recently was John, and he noticed that. So he turns around and he tries to bite John. And he tries to do so with a 24.
I mean, I'll have to do some math there, but it might, yeah, it's.
That is 10 points of piercing damage, and I need a strength saving throw.
All right, strength saving throw. I am excellent at these. I got a 14.
14. You're knocked prone.
Yeah, that about serves it right. Cool. And 10 points of damage, right? Yep.
Yes.
Cool. All right.
Casariel.
All right. Once again, the spiritual weapon. We're gonna take a swipe at him with it. Okay, the 16.
That hits.
Yay! 8 points of damage.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I rolled a d10. I gotta reroll that. That's not right. I'm sorry about that. I put that in the wrong spot.
Oh, good.
3 points of damage.
That's still good.
Every bit counts. Very nice.
Fine. Sorry. Yes. And he's looking pretty rough.
Yeah. No, he's bleeding like from all sides. A couple of teeth have come loose. Yeah.
All right. So I see him. He's like, John just went on his back. Carla's trying to hide behind John. I'm gonna fly down the rest of my movements. I'm gonna put my hands on him, like grab his face, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds.
Ooh!
Ooh, that's cool.
That is cool.
11? No, I'm sorry. 11, yeah, 11.
No, that doesn't hit.
Still really cool though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just holding him. I'm
creepy.
like, oh shit. I didn't
It's almost
do
like you're
that.
trying to pull him and pull his get off my friend.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's it for me.
All right. John.
All right, I'm going to use half my movement to stand up. I'm going to use a bonus action to put my Hexblade's curse on this thing and rear back and go for it.
Wait, does that look when you curse it? Because I'm watching.
Basically, this I'm envisioning John stares this thing in the eyes, glares at it, and just rears back, and like that glare just established this connection. So I got an 11 plus 4 to hit, so 15
Hits.
All right, 15, and this is not going to be a smite, but we're going to see what we get. And Hexblade's curse gives me an extra. So I got 6 plus 2 plus 2, so 10 total hit damage.
Okay. That hurts. He's still standing, but ow.
Oh yeah, at this point he's gonna try. He's not gonna be able to do anything but interpose himself and make himself the biggest target. So that's what it is.
Top it around. Carla.
Oh, excellent. Okay, none of this is working quite well, so I'm going to take out one of my daggers and just go for its throat. Because Casariel's like holding it at this point, so
Good point.
it's perfectly capable of reaching there. Okay, the 10 plus 5, 15.
Hits.
Amazing, excellent, wonderful. We love to see it. There's my D4. Okay. Rolling. Okay, that's not bad. That's 6 points of damage to this beast.
Oof. Very nice.
What happened?
Yes, Carla.
I imagine what happens is like Casariel holds its like head in her hands, her like angelic presence glowing, just kind of holding it aloft. Jod comes down on like one of its legs, kind of bringing it further down, opening the neck up, and Carla takes her dagger and slices across the throat and finishes the final blow.
Like like a loud howl / gurgle. This beast just thumps to the ground. A big pile of wet dog hair, blood, and like teeth. It's dead. You guys live to fight another day.
As the blood seeps into the ground, the weapon that John's holding glows very mildly, very slightly, almost imperceptibly. And he breathes in, and I heal 5 points. Hexblade Curse is awesome.
Yeah.
Is everyone all right?
Well struck. Looks like a pretty rough situation, but he sort of gestures to the scythe. Absolutely amazing, Casariel.
It's incredible that you can do that.
I'm
Oh, thank you. Saloon. Really, it's not me. I mean, I cast it, so really, you know, potato. But it's Saloon that gives me the power. Really.
It's
So
still so amazing to see you like this. You're flying. It's amazing.
yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Actually, since I still have a little bit left on this, so I counted 5 rounds.
Yep.
So I should. Can I just fly up quickly and just like see what I can see from up as high as I can go with it, still having a spell?
Is there anything you're looking for specifically?
More wolves. I know mist.
Okay.
I probably can't see anything, but
Give me I like rule of cool. I like it, so we'll fit it in. Give me a. I'm gonna let you decide. You can roll me a survival check, or you can roll me an investigation check, and based on your choice, I'm gonna give you information on one or the other.
okay. I'll roll survival.
Okay.
That's a natural 1 plus 4. Why?
These woods are probably chock full with wolves. You can't see them, but you can just feel them.
Mm-hmm.
It's not safe anywhere. Why have you even come here? It's terrible.
So as my spell begins to fade, I'm gonna just like gently float back down, and then my wings will just kind of go away, and like a beautiful like waft of air goes through my hair. There are wolves everywhere. At least predators everywhere. Can't you hear them?
Yes.
Be very careful.
We should probably try to press forward and see if we can get to Valaki before nightfall.
We certainly can't camp here.
Yes. I do think so.
We've got
Okay.
some excellent meat here. We can bring it back to the windmill for 4 pies.
Oh yes, that's a good point.
Are you serious about that?
Beef.
John might be, but
I'm just gonna go and just take a tooth from one of the dire wolves. It's a tooth.
Yeah.
All right.
John's just gonna push them off the rest of them off the path, so that they're not.
Do
just,
we know
like,
of
in the
anything
path.
from our training that, you know, like in the survival wilderness, we can use a kill like this to? I mean, I know furs. I think we're okay with.
There's a couple of things that you would know as a basic survival training. I mean, you both have served in the army, right? So there's some basic survival training that would have come to mind. First of all, wolf pelts are generally used indeed in clothing and whatnot. They're definitely not unlikely. They're also not very sought after because they're usually not the prettiest, but they're warm and functional. So in most, usually like leather shops and whatnot would be happy with that if you would be able to find one like that in Barovia. As for the meat itself, wolf meat is rather stringy, but you can totally eat it. Yeah, it's just very muscly, very meaty, very like it's definitely not beef, but it's food.
Why are we even looking at these? We've got pies in our bags. We don't need wolf meat.
Who suggested this?
That's a good point. Onward to Valaki? He just sort of like kicks the wolf corpse off the road.
Carla, you have the map. How long do you think it is until we get there?
Kind of comparing the maps that we have and sort of how far we've traveled within them, could I gauge even a little bit how far I would have left to go?
Give me an insight check.
Oh,
The map
excellent.
does give the map is hand drawn, but it does give somewhat of a scale. But it's rough. So
18. Wow. Okay. Much better this time. A plus.
You're not-
Sorry. Plus 3.
Even-
21.
wow. Okay, just shove that on there as well. Looking at the map, you're not sure how far Vallaki is left. Still, you're definitely on the right road. That you can assess. You're not sure how far it is per se, but looking at how far you've traveled so far and roughly where you think you are at the moment, I mean, you can make out the bend towards the water very clearly, and you've just passed that not too long ago. You assess that you're not going to make Valaki before nightfall.
Hey,
Did I notice any structures while I was flying, by chance?
You checked for wolves.
That's true. That's fair. I did.
That's why I gave you a choice.
we could travel at night and probably make it, but we wouldn't be able to do it with what's left of the dawn.
Oh, we can
But
take,
we
can
would end
take
up
shifts,
somewhere safe.
You know,
Well.
I don't think we should sleep in the woods.
I doubt these wolves were. They probably would fight for any land. I imagine they're very territorial, so there may be some place nearby, a cave or place that they would normally have rested. Do you think we can fortify something like that, or at the very least just use some shelter?
If we go there and there's more wolves.
That's
Well,
probably wolves.
You've taken care of quite a few wolves, Carla. I'd trust you, and you'll pat her on the back and start walking.
Okay.
So what do you guys decide to do?
What just happened? I was thinking a moment, and John just started walking. What was going on?
I believe we're going to walk until we find kind of an alcove or like a little cave area to camp up for the night.
So yeah, I imagine if we can continue walking, but like slower, specifically looking for any place that looks reasonably sheltered, like a cave or something along the road that we could maybe a small hillock that we could at the very least get a good lay of the land around us.
As you might have noticed, the rain has stopped. making it a little easier perhaps to camp outside. If you want to look for a place that you might be able to put a campsite up, which is a little bit more protected than just out on the road, give me the two of you with the best survival skill can give me a survival check.
I have a mighty
I'll
plus
round 2 rolls on
0.
Plus 4. But I'm
have a-
rolling.
A +2.
You guys roll.
Casariel's always the one who found our campsite. She's really good at that.
Got a 13 overall.
Okay. And what did you get, Casariel?
I rolled a 2 for a
So
6.
yeah, so a 13 is your highest. All right. After looking around a little bit, you notice that the land here, of course, is still very hilly. And after a bit of looking around, you do notice a spot which you would say is scurried away from prying eyes well enough. And will still give you a bit of an overview if something were amiss. It's probably your best bet unless you want to travel through the night.
We'll take it. We'll keep watch, vigilant watch.
Campsite activated.
The lovely
Would
music.
we have gotten in a short rest so that we could use heal up if we need to? I don't know if you guys need to heal up. Did you get hit? I know you did, Carla.
Yes, I did. So yeah, during our short rest, I'm going to kind of fiddle with my bagpipes a little bit.
So just to make sure, you're getting towards the night. You can, of course, take a short rest, or you can opt for a long rest to sleep through the night, of course. If you want to travel through the night, that's fine too, but let me know what you want.
Can we try for a long rest? And if something happens, have a short rest?
Well, so I was thinking, like, could we all just take a short rest, like sit around, like,
Take
it's
a
an hour,
breath.
I guess, or something. Take a short rest, heal up, and then sleep, just in case something attacks us in the night. That's
Yeah.
what I was
Sure.
thinking.
So we're taking an extra long rest with low protection at the front. I like it.
We're short resting, and then we're going to attempt to long rest.
Yeah. So when we get here, we just sort of drop our bags and all lay down in a triangle, so we're all keeping our eyes out, but generally just laying there, chilling.
And while we're kind of doing this, Carla, actually, I happen to have a violin. You actually see this the first time she produces it. She starts sort of plucking at it a little bit, and I'm going to Song of Rest a little bit so that we get a little bit more back. Where is it? Oh, how does it work? Why can't I find it? It was there. Sorry. There we are. Okay. So yeah, you all get 1d6 back. Okay.
And we're sitting down to rest. So John's gonna notice that you're doing that and see that you're still fairly wounded, and he'll sort of put his hand on your shoulder and 5 points of healing from lay on hands.
Thank you, and all of us receive 4 healing back.
Oh, cool.
4 points.
Do. Confirm. I love the music here.
This is nice, right?
Yeah.
Nothing
For now.
bad could happen here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Why don't you ever trust me?
You're our DM.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Fair.
Are we able to make it through our short rest?
I'm checking.
Okay.
That was good to hear.
You do. Yes.
Goodness, thank you.
The area over here seems quiet. There's some rustling of the wind. The rain has stopped at least. The area is pretty tranquil. I mean, other than just the assailant of wolves and direwolves that you've just had, this area looks pretty peaceful.
Did we talk about our vision? What we saw? Strahd and Rahadin?
I think we when we woke up, it's like I had a dream and you were there and you were there.
Yeah.
Right.
So I imagine we can spend the hour basically just talking about what's happened in the last few days, like our pie scheme, our visit to
I think it's a
Strahd.
good proposition.
Yeah.
Strahd's visit was strange.
You mean, right.
It seemed like we were wanted there. I mean, we were brought there against our will, and then when we got there, Strahd didn't seem the leader or the owner of the castle didn't seem too keen on us sticking around.
It leads into my theory that that servant is trying to help us. Perhaps it is to overall help his master. He clearly didn't have the most amazing of childhoods, and clearly something must have happened to land him the Lord of Hair. But maybe that servant sent that carriage for us?
I'll say that the servant Rahadin didn't really give me the best of feelings. He felt, I don't know, felt like he was looking down on us in some way. Just
No, it seemed to me like he wanted us to give us free reign of the castle to find something.
I think
Remember,
we
he
did.
told us we'd search wherever we wanted. Right.
He said certain places, didn't he? He said that we would be in danger if we went out of a specific path or something like that. I don't know. Something about him, he seems to me like some of the higher ups, some of the nobles back in Neverwinter. You talk to them, and I can never really tell if I'm getting a straight answer out of them, or
A politician.
something like that. Yes. Didn't feel
Do you think
comfortable.
it's odd that he has a family, a large family? Where are they? A brother, at least.
Yes.
Lord Strahd?
Yes, I believe it was a younger brother. But
Yes, because he was going to inherit everything his father had, and the land that he was going to inherit wasn't this one.
When we were asleep, when we were dreaming, did either one of you notice the man who came calling on Strahd, who said
Yes.
that was the same one? That was Rahadin, wasn't it?
yes.
His fencing master.
He seemed
Oh, I
almost
think so.
authoritative at that point, but when we saw him in the castle, he was a servant.
Right, well, I think he was a prince at that point, right? And then he was the
Yes,
Nice.
count, how that works out. Right.
makes sense.
Maybe. Or maybe it's something more, I don't know.
You, Casariel, I've seen you, act very gracious around royalty and the hierarchs in our order, but you seemed very on edge around him. What was that about?
I think he can help me find my mother. And at the very least, making an enemy of him would
Of course,
not help me.
we don't have any need to make an enemy of people in this land. I don't, as far as I've seen, seems somewhat cruel, but no less so than some of the other monarchs that we've come
Yes,
to pass.
and also my mother thought he was a good man. In her journal, she wrote that he was good. He helped her. As a matter of fact, there were wolves after her and all sorts of creatures that were trying to kill her. Above everyone else in her party, they were trying to kill her. And he gave her something that would help her from dying. So
He healed her, or
no, it was an amulet, I think. But I don't know if it was this amulet. This amulet's not magical, other than being my focus, but I don't know.
I mean,
She believed in him.
Carla, I mean, you saw the same thing I saw. He was a little bit cold, but he didn't. I mean, we were unexpected guests. I can understand why someone would be put off by that.
Yes, I am finding it hard to piece together the story of his persona. There's clearly a lot of mixed feelings. The Burgomaster's son wasn't obviously his biggest fan. Some of the townspeople reacted quite coldly, but the Vistani revere him. When we've met him, he has been both cold and kind. And everything about this place reeks of magic, of the trapped. But I don't know if he is trapped with everyone here or the warden of this prison. I don't know what to make of it yet. I need more answers. And I think perhaps this book would help, but it's taking me a while to decode. And I kind of hold up the journal.
The death of Ismark, it doesn't feel right, but he seems to have brought it on himself. He attacked a man in seemingly not cold blood, but there was no need for that. We were at his father's funeral, and he just rushed him.
Right.
I tried to stop him. I wasn't fast
What
enough.
if your father died because someone went against the leader of your land, and your father got the blame, and this leader shows up, and, well,
I mean,
would you be angry?
his father died of a sickness, though, right? He said he just fell ill and perished. I mean, maybe if there was poison involved or something, but rebellions and monarchs, these things are all throughout the lands. I'm not really one to get involved.
Inciting a rebellion.
I'm not sure.
We need more information. There was a bookshop in Vallaki that someone told us about.
Isn't there also or is it Kresk where we have to go to that sacred ground? No, it is Valaki, because we are getting Irena there, right? Or no?
There was both. There was a bookshop in Vallaki, and then a cathedral in Kresk. I believe that had some information in it.
Mm-hmm. Possibly stuff about your father, which would be incredibly helpful.
Yes. I'm not really sure whether knowing more about him would be better or worse. He's something of a golden god to me now, you know. Just picture him kind of like John, but smarter. I'm gonna pick up a little rock and toss it at John, playfully.
Yes. Well, he reminds me of the other leaders, so-called leaders at home. Aside from a few that I know from the Silverstar, most just seem detached. Like they don't really. I don't know. I feel like I've had a few good leaders throughout my time, and they made decisions that I didn't necessarily agree with, but they did seem to care about what their decisions did. I mean, you read that letter from the Durst house. It just,
yes.
It sounded like someone who just didn't care, just thought of people as less.
It's almost like there's two different versions of him, right? There's the one that despicable cult leaders would sacrifice people to in the bottom of a mansion, and then there's one that people think is benevolent.
The child version and the adult version. We met the child in a dream.
Oh, that's true. But I got the sense that was a very long time ago, didn't you?
Probably. Radin was really old.
Enough people wouldn't have known him then, but I don't know.
So, are you going to carry any of these pies? Or am I just stuck with them? No.
Are they too heavy? Of course, I'll carry them if they're too heavy.
They're not too.
No, it's
no. They're.
Are you sure?
I'm fine. I'm fine, Casariel. I don't need any help with these.
All right, do you want me to carry that weapon of yours?
No.
What if I touched it right now?
Go on. It's marvelous, isn't it? He holds it out, but he keeps a firm grip on it. But he holds it out to, like, if you want to and look at it and check out.
I am going
details.
to attempt to make a side eye at Carla.
Carla
Without
picks
her
it up.
noticing?
Well, yeah. I mean, she's going to give Carla a side glance that hopefully is telling her on the count of 3. Let's take it. Let's go. You and me.
I see the glance and I go, what do you want? And I presume you relay that to me. No, in your head, message.
Oh, right.
Yes.
You and I can take him, no doubt.
We could.
I'm going to distract him, and then you take it. Yes.
I feel like a minuscule nod.
So I can touch
You
it.
actually want to try this?
Yeah.
Okay. It's John's item. So ultimately, John, are you okay with trying this?
If they want to try to, like, wrestle it away from me, I guess they can try, but it's not gonna go over too well. Like, he's pretty attached to this thing right now.
So the fact that you're very attached to this, this is an opposing strength check. So how I'm envisioning this is it's an opposing strength check. Casariel will try this with the help of Carla, meaning it's a strength check with advantage on their side. However, this weapon is very attached to you, and you're very attached to this weapon, which means it's also a strength check with advantage. That cancels each other out, so I just need a strength versus strength. And whether that's strength of Casariel versus John or Carla versus John, that's either or. I don't mind.
I think we team up and Casariel goes to grab the weapon and
what's
Carla
the end
attempts to,
goal?
like, lock his arms. Carla thinks this is a prank. I don't know what Casariel
sure.
thinks.
If you just said, John, can I see that? He'd probably hand it to you begrudgingly, but, like, what's the end goal? Oh, okay, all right.
It's just who Casariel is.
Let's do the opposing strength check. Like, you know,
Right.
I don't condone in-party fighting, but this is just fun.
Okay.
Yeah, she's going to like, kind of, they're sitting, like, next to each other, right? So she's gonna kind of, like, crawl over a little bit and be like, she asked if she could touch it, right? She's like, oh, do you see that bit right there? What do you think these faces mean? No, look closer. Look, what do you mean? Right here. Come here, right here. I'm gonna try to get him.
Carla's going to try and, like, hold his arms down.
Why are you trying to hug me? I don't.
No,
I
Casariel.
need that. I'm gonna try to take it.
Let's see the dice.
Oh, lordy. Oh, okay, now I roll well. Great. 15.
All right. Carla comes up behind you. What are you looking at? He drops the thing. I got a 5.
Oh my god.
All right. So, Casariel, do you want to pick it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it.
All right.
Playfully.
So
I'm not trying to steal it, obviously.
To you, this is just an ordinary weapon. It looks kind of weird, but you've already seen, like, what it looks like, right? And it's kind of heavy. Like, you know, this would not be your weapon of choice. So
Right.
otherwise, it's just a weapon.
My strength is a -1, so I'm gonna try to pop up. I want to try to swing it, but, like, it's so heavy that I just, like, drag it on the ground.
Give me. You're gonna try and swing it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I want to try to pick
Give
it up.
me an acrobatics check, because holy shit.
13.
13. All right. So you do, like, this sort of whirlwind thing with that weapon around you, and it sort of works, but it looks silly. Like, it works. You're not falling over, but it's.
Right.
This is not your weapon of choice. No.
So fun.
Just for the sake of description, because I feel like we've never really fully described it, but this thing is basically, like, I'm gonna say around 5 feet in total length. The majority of it. So the majority. So think Warhammer, like, it's a big ass Warhammer. The majority of it is probably about a 2 to 3 centimeter. It's not perfectly regular, but, like, pole that would normally be the haft of one of these warhammers. It flanges out at the end, and the last about 12 to 15 centimeters is a skeletal fist that is gripped in such a way that is like almost inhumanly squeezing. Like even if you put all of your energy into squeezing and making a fist, it wouldn't look as tight as this fist. And then at the other end, in the last probably half meter, it flanges out into this large obsidian looking head. Like this whole thing looks like almost an obsidian, almost black marble. And sprouting from the head are 3 skulls. One that's a half skull, no jaw, but sort of, it looks profoundly sad, almost despondent, full of despair. And another is a skull that has this unnatural rage coursing through it. It looks like the skull, even though it doesn't have any skin on it or flesh, it just is filled with malice and anger. And then the third actually has its eyes still embedded, but the eyes are as wide as possible could be, with bloodshot through them, with a black pit in the center. And the mouth, rather than teeth like the other two, or rather than teeth like the rage one, it looks almost like a shrunken head where it's sewn up, and it looks like it's trying to scream in terror and unable to open its mouth. And yeah, it's pretty heavy. It's also unfortunately it's very top heavy, so when you swing it, it's got a lot of punch to it, but it's kind of hard to swing. And he one hands it up, and that was cute, I guess. Casariel, what did you want to look at it?
Ugh, that thing is hideous. It's also huge.
Don't judge a book by its cover. It's.
All right, I didn't feel anything when I touched it.
None whatsoever. No, it had no effect on you.
Okay. Well, that was fun. Good job, Carla.
Thank
We
you.
make a good team.
Yes.
We should name some of our maneuvers. You know, we could use them in battle.
Yes. The hug. That should be the hug.
Hug.
Keep it simple.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds cute. But, all right. Well, next thing, could it be like the ripping out your fucking guts or something like that? But we'll call the
Yes.
first one.
The hug.
Yeah.
Yes. We have to
Oh,
ease them into it so that we can shock people when we rip out their guts.
We'll have to go back and forth. with
Somewhere in the
names.
middle, maybe.
What do you
Ripping
mean?
out your guts while hugging you? Perhaps?
The gut ripper. The gut
gut
hug
ripper.
The huggy gut ripper. We'll workshop it.
That's not creepy. No, that's fine.
We're starting to sound like one of
Sorry.
those bad crime serials.
In the future, John is 100% going to grab someone and say, "Huggy gut ripper, and hold them open for you guys.
A huggy gut ripper. I believe it's called a huggy gut ripper. That's canon.
Oh God. Yes, perfect.
So, you've had your short rest. Do you also want to give it a long rest? Like, it is getting dark now.
Yes.
Yep.
We'll do a long rest. We'll do rotation as we've kind of always done, which is like 2-2-2, kind of.
That is fine.
Basically, yeah.
All right. The dice says that nothing happens to you during your rest, so you can apply a long rest.
Thank you, dice.
Thank you, dice. I just think the creatures in the area heard huggy gut
quickly.
ripper and must
Nope.
It
Yeah,
sounds
what the-
terrifying.
Get out now.
That's what I'm talking about. During mine, if I may briefly, now that I've touched the weapon,
Yep.
I'm going to cast Augury.
You have the coolest
With
nail
my-
polish today, by the way. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. It's Happy Pride.
Oh, that's
Everybody
cool.
celebrate. Yeah, it's rainbow. Happy
About-
Pride, everyone, by the way.
LGBTQ. Let's go.
Yay! Yeah. Anyways, so I'm going to cast Augury with my new statue.
Yep.
And I believe what that means is that I can just ask a question and then Saloon will respond to me and give me a omen for good or
Yeah,
ill.
she will give you a good feeling, bad feeling, nondescript,
Right.
or not sure. Yeah.
Okay, so while they're sleeping, I'm going to make sure they're sleeping. I'm going to pull out this statue and put it down.
Yep.
I'm going to concentrate, and I will just, as I meditate in my head, I'm going to try to talk to Saloon, and I'm going to ask her, I'm going to say, I'm worried about John. Is that weapon, is he all right? Is everything all right?
Is that your question?
Mm-hmm.
The reply you get back on that is weal and woe. Which,
Well
for
then.
the viewers, means good and bad.
I see.
Interesting.
That makes sense. You're not without your sense of humor. We miss you. We don't get to see you much here. Farewell. And that's it.
All right. All three of you, unless of course you're awake for your keeping wake. All three of you have a surprisingly pleasant dream while you sleep. You've had a fight with direwolves, which was quite something. You've been to the castle of the lord of this land, which was quite something. You've experienced quite a bit already, but still, it doesn't haunt you, this night at least. You sleep well, all three of you, and you have pleasant dreams of good times and home and family. As you wake up, all three of you, two things. One, I need all three of you to roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty.
Hey.
12.
Okay.
Can this be subjected to guidance or no?
No.
Okay, yeah, that's a 13.
Okay.
6.
Cool.
I have not rolled above a 5 on my sleep constitutions.
Yeah. We need new dice.
Casariel.
We need new dice. Yes, sir.
Casariel, you have a feeling that even though you slept quite well, you feel that the coming day is going to be a little tricky for you. You have disadvantage on your skill checks for the coming day. Carla, even though you slept pretty well and you healed up pretty well, some wounds didn't feel like they wanted to close. I need you to subtract 1d4 from your max HP for today.
Bruh.
John,
Hi.
hi. You slept pretty well, but you feel weakened. Your constitution is dropped by 1 today.
My constitution.
It's dropped by 1 today.
Okay. Interesting. So that's way more than the 1d4. Okay, cool. Modifier. Other modifier -1, baby.
Yep.
Cool.
That's one. Other than that, all three of you wake up, and in the morning, obviously, you would want to have some breakfast. I would imagine you have some facilities with you to brew some tea or some coffee or whatever. But all three of you really actually want a pie. You got 60 of them with you. You might as well. All three of you eat a pie.
2 pies.
Fine. All three of you eat 2 pies? Question mark?
No, I eat
No,
2
no
pies.
one.
Oh, okay.
I
You
don't
eat
know
2.
about you guys.
Casariel,
You're
Carla?
wasting the stock.
You're
Yeah,
eating
I'm
one
just
right
gonna have
now.
1.
1? Okay. Carla?
I'm gonna have 1.
All right. So that's 4 total.
These
So
are
you
tiny.
still have 56 pies left.
Take one down, pass it around. Okay.
Puff, puff the magic pie.
Okay.
56 pies on the pie.
Carla like eats the pie like someone would eat like afternoon tea with like small
With your
cake.
pinky finger.
With her pinky up, yeah, exactly.
I'm missing home.
These pies are good.
While you're eating, the sun is coming up again, which is hard to see because it's a misty day, as you know, seems to be pretty normal. in
Classic
Barovia.
Barovia.
Guys, I guess what's on the forecast today. You will never guess.
Yeah.
The weather people here must be so accurate.
I cast predict weather. Oh, look, I got it right.
Sorry.
But other than that, light is coming back into the world. So you would assess that the sun is starting to come up.
So you see Casariel kind of like going through her notes in her book. So I have something that will fuck shit up, and then I have something that might make friends. Do you think I would need anything particular today? I can choose what spells I prepare.
We're going to a town, so maybe friend making would be on the list.
Even the
One
pie.
says
I
some
like
pies
to fuck
today.
her up pie.
Yeah, no, that's my favorite as well. Yeah. All right. I don't suppose we'll be interrogating anyone. Probably not our first day there.
Not yet.
So, all right. You all ready?
Let's pack it up.
Ready?
Yes.
I pack up my 28 pies.
Are you sure it's not too heavy?
I am feeling a little bit down today, but it'll be fine.
Oh, you mean it is too heavy for you?
You pack up your shit and you're back on the road.
You got a better strength check than I did earlier, so maybe it is.
No, you're right. You're so strong. I shouldn't question you. I'm gonna.
Well, I don't know about that.
You're back on the road. The area is still misty. There's a lot of pine trees around you. The road still looks muddy. And beyond the tree line to the north, you still feel that you can see a rather large lake that you've been walking past for, well, yesterday and today.
We're going to continue along the road until we find...
Right, seriously. What did we hear about a lake? We should have possibly figured that out last night. That was a mistake.
I'm keeping my eyes out for wolves, by the way.
That's fine. As you move up the road, the old Svalage Road, which is the name of the road that you're walking on right now, meanders a little bit more into a valley. You're noticing that the woods around you recede, revealing a bit of a sullen mountain berg surrounded by a wooden palisade. It's rather large. You would feel that this actually might be Valaki. You notice that the thick fog that is around you is pressing up against the wall, as though looking for a way inside, hoping to catch the town in slumber. The dirt road that you're walking on right now is ending in a set of sturdy iron gates. Beyond those iron gates, a pair of shadowy figures await your arrival. You have reached Valaki.
Exciting.
Rather, now you have.
Shadowy
I'm
figures.
gonna say quietly. Is there any reason why we should mask our identity? Yeah.
No, we're pie salesmen. We're fine.
Yes.
That is our identity.
Nobody hurts someone with pies. Come on.
You don't look at all like a pie salesman. You've got.
He like just gestures, holding a knapsack, pies overflowing out the top.
Yes, aside from the fact that you're carrying many pies, you look nothing like a pie salesman. You're in full armor. You've got that ridiculous weapon.
Dangerous travels for a pie salesman in these times. Ridiculous.
Huggy gut
weapon.
ripper.
Yes. We need to try
let's
that.
go.
We need to try that.
We're the Huggy Gut Rippers. Can we please enter?
I think
Hello.
we should
Is that our
perhaps
name? Oh, no.
workshop a different name than Huggy Gut Rippers.
Carlin, he's come. Hi, my name is Huggy, and these are my gut rippers.
You know.
Name's Huggy.
Yeah.
Like the diaper
With an
brand. Sure.
I imagine you approach the town, right?
We are full of shit, just like the diaper brand. Okay,
Oh, God. Yes,
sorry.
let's do
Sorry,
it.
this is just
Hey, name's
this is
Huggy.
getting
You need
so out of
pies?
hand. Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So as I said, the dirt road that moves into the town over here just ends into a set of sturdy iron gates with a couple of shadowy figures behind that you can not see unless you really approach the town itself. What's interesting is that planted in the ground and flanking the road just outside the gates are half a dozen pikes with wolves' heads impaled on them.
We left 4 back there.
You know, I am feeling quite at home. Maybe I should start calling myself the bitch killer. Because I've killed so many dogs, they might accept me here.
These
Sounds
are your people.
ferocious,
These
huh?
are your people, Carla.
These are my
Definitely
people.
better than Huggy.
I mean,
So
I
you'll
got
be the
nothing.
catch
That's just
rippers.
perfect.
And I'll be the bitch killer. It'll be great. Anyways.
So you want to approach the gates?
Mm-hmm.
As you get closer, the shadowy figures seem to be guardsmen that are standing inside the town. And as they see you approach, they're both holding pikes as well. Not spears, but pikes, which is unusual because guards usually have spears rather than pikes. They're standing guarding the entrance. And as they see you approach, they put a hand upwards and they say, "Who goes there?"
Carla Lalacott, Casariel, Silverbrow, and John Verenthal. We're pie sellers, humble
You
adventurers.
call me classy, though. This looks like a beautiful town. Do you live here?
Cassie.
Cassie. Yep.
Immediately, John, like, the fuck?
I've also put my hood up. And, like, you
Alright.
know, so that my striking blonde hair isn't showing.
Okay. So you're a pie salesman. The guardsmen look at you and they say, "We don't get a lot of that. You guys from the mill?"
We just came from there. Struck up an amazing deal. Have you tried the pies?
You got it, mister. He looks like...
You know what we should do? We should give them a pie. For free.
Wait,
They're
what?
in this town safe. You guys, I bet you've been through a lot of training. Tell me, how much you must run this place. You do, don't you? You run this whole town?
We're in charge of this gate, yeah. Nobody gets through unless we say so.
Do you like
I could
vegetable
tell.
pie?
I could tell that just by looking at you.
Do you like
Well, thank
vegetable
you.
pie?
We try. Sure, I guess. What's your business here?
You just
Mostly
hold-
to sell these and to not get eaten by wolves. We encountered some on the road back. Look, and I pull out the tooth as like proof. The direwolf tooth.
That's like a massive tooth, right? That tooth is like the size of your thumb. So
We found it.
I just so love using you like in all shapes and forms of measurement. It's just so fun when you're a halfling. It's like, it's the size of
Carla
half Carla.
size.
Yeah.
3 Carla thumbs the size of this
Yep.
tooth.
Yeah, there's a lot of wolves in the woods. We make short work of them. They don't enter the town.
I bet those wolves run from you now. There is no way they stand a chance against you two.
John's still
You
kind of
gotta
thrown
be
off by the voice.
modest. I can tell by looking at you.
You hear in your head just a quiet message of, I honestly think you're making us more suspicious.
I'm just gonna look at her and smile real sweet.
So you said pies from the mill then? They usually don't get up here. It's too far to travel. Like, are you like new people from the mill or something?
We're working with them to expand. Or he sort of looks at Carla like, expand their distribution.
Yes.
network?
So we tried these fabulous pies when we were in the village of Barovia, and we learned that they're actually one of the few like treats of this land, and we wanted to share them as much as possible. So we popped by the mill and asked them if they needed any help with, gathering resources and possibly willing to spare some pies. And we managed to strike a deal where we would sell their pies for them, bring them back the profits, and possibly help more people in this land to gain the delicious tastiness of this pie. And I take one out and I break it in half and I hand one half of each to them, complimentary on the house.
As you tell him all this, he says, "Can I see one of those pies?" And as he says that, you do that. Like you break part of those pies, and you see both of them looking at each other like, we probably, like, they don't say this, but you can see that look in their face of, we probably shouldn't. And then they both take half of that pie and they take a bite out of that.
Nobody. We're all friends here. Nobody's gonna tell anybody.
And they
anything.
immediately drop dead because I poisoned. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm scarfing 3 of them.
So I imagine you have more than, like, if you're a salesman, you have a lot of these pies, right? It's like you don't have, like,
Yes.
John just turns
John,
around.
show him the goods.
He's got his
So
backpack.
this is how this operation works. This is our business manager. That's the muscle. He just carries pies, basically, sweetheart. I mean, bless his heart. There's really nothing else he's good for. And I'm the salesman. We make a good team, don't you think?
I'm loving it, but that is just taking it too far. I need a performance check on you.
Fuck's sake.
I will. Can I guide myself? I guess not, huh?
No, you can. You totally can. You're into this.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. That's a D4, right?
Mhm.
18.
Yeah, they buy this. Like, holy shit, you're so good. And they see the pies that you present to them. They say, okay. Pretty sure maybe the Blue Water Inn might want them. Yeah, maybe the tavern might want them. Then again, the tavern has its own bakery. I guess you can sell them over here anyways. You guys seem like the fair enough sort. Sure, come on in, they say, and they open up the gates for you.
Oh, aren't you too sweet? Thank you so much.
Just
Yeah,
before
yeah,
we go in, who is the authority in this town, just so that we know we're not barking up any wrong trees when we get in? One to another.
That would be our Burgomaster. Yes, our Burgomaster runs this town with, well, not with an iron fist, but it's he's a good man. You'll notice him. He's often around, and if you'd want to pay respects to him, you might be able to find him in his house. He does like to entertain visitors, if you have a good reason to visit him, of course. But I mean, these pies might just be the right reason, right? Yeah. So yes, his name is Vargas, by the way, Vargas Valakovich.
Vargas Valakovich. Very fun. Thank you. You have been so helpful. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Now, I don't suppose y'all are going to be at that tavern you were talking about later when you get off duty, maybe?
Probably not, lady.
Oh. Well, what's your name?
Oh, I'm Ari, and he looks over at the other guys. I'm Charles.
Ari and Charles. All right. Well, thank you. If you guys want some more pie, you guys know where to find it, all right?
Right. Sure. But like, please don't mention the fact that you gave that to us. Like, that's gonna be like a problem.
Oh, no, it's all secret. Don't worry.
Yeah, move along now.
I carry pies.
Bye.
You walk through the iron gates, and you notice that the guards close the gates behind you again. What's interesting is that indeed what you saw on the outside of this village, the fog just encroaching on the walls but not moving beyond that, you notice that indeed this town on the inside of the wall is just completely mist-free, as if those walls are quite literally blocking the mist from entering. The vision is quite clear here. The town itself looks quite like a town, almost like a city, really. It's big. As you enter, there is a town square that is rather like close by where you enter, but you notice that there are like rows upon rows of streets that probably house a plethora of houses and other points of interest for you. Where you enter is the town square itself. Around you, you notice that there are several, what you would assume are shops. Other than those shops, in front of you, you see a very large fountain. But what strikes you as odd the most is that to the north of that fountain is a rather large wooden podium. And on that podium, you notice quite a few civilians that are over there on stockades, wearing plaster cast donkey masks.
They look alive.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Carry pies.
Are there
Where are we going?
is there any townspeople around?
The odd townsperson that moves past. You notice some guards that are walking around. It's quiet. It's still relatively early morning, so it's quiet. But the town is in process of waking up. So this is what you would expect in a city or town in the early morning.
I wonder what those people did to get put up there like that. And I'm just gonna gesture to the donkey masks.
We've already walked away from you.
Yeah. Carla saw them and immediately started like beelining.
I wonder what those are. Guys.
Carla.
Yes.
Maybe we should find out what they did first before we go up there.
I'm going to look at one of them and message. Oh, what happened to you?
You see the one that you sent that message to just lift their heads, like almost as if they are completely shocked by the fact that they're getting a message, which is fair because these are just simple townspeople. And within seconds, you get a message back like, I don't know who you are, but it's fine. Just leave me be. It's okay. I'll be okay.
I'm going to try the next guy over. I'm going to say,
You say the same thing?
This is your lord. What have you done to befall this fate?
You get the same physical reaction, just the jolted, like, oh God, someone's speaking to me. And they reply to you saying, I didn't know you had a female voice now, Lord. You know, right? It's like you've put me here in the first place. All will be well, sir.
Is Marissa frozen for you guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Are you okay, Marissa?
Maybe she's just taking a really long sip. I don't know.
Shit. Oh, wow. Oh, gosh. Okay. Yes, did you see team chat?
Oh, she said my power just went out. It's back on. Be back in a sec. Want to take a break now. You know what? We might just do that. Yeah, let's take a break.
I'm impressed that the camera stayed. That's very interesting.
Wild.
So yeah, then we'll just go ahead and take our break right now. And when she's back, then we will be back. So we'll take our quick break. So get your drinks, get your foods, get your all that, get your family to follow us and all that. And we will be back in a couple of minutes. So we're back from the bar. The drinks are restocked, snacks are refilled, and the fireplace is lit. But before we get back to the tale, we would like to thank Tabletop Audio and Foundry for providing the visuals and lovely ambient music for our games. If you'd like to elevate your games, check them out today.
And if you want to enjoy the tavern, you can always join our Discord. We hang out there during breaks, and we'd love to see the memes that you bring and hear about all the tales that you have at your own tables.
If you'd like to see more content from us, you can check out our Instagram, where there's some incredible posts of crits and critical fails, TikToks for D&D memes and highlights, and check out our YouTube channel for all the past episodes and the one coming out each Monday.
Of course, you can also just join us live each Saturday, which is today, for those of you that are joining us live, as we live out our tales here on Twitch at the Gilded Flask. So before our break, our adventurers joined the town of Vallaki. They entered the gates and they're now standing in the town square, looking at 5 villagers that are in the stockades wearing donkey masks. And they used a pie to basically buy their way in. The guards were standing there and they gave each of them half a pie, like, hey, will you let us in? And they totally did. So here we are. What are you guys going to do?
Carry pies.
Slightly less pies.
One less pie.
Yeah. Seeing as I'm not getting a lot of information out of these guys, I'm going to return to the other donkey heads that I hang out with.
Carla, what is your passive perception again?
13. But my passive investigation is 16, and I am looking around. That helps at all.
Fair. All right. Well, then I'll rule on investigation. Sure. Because that does fit what I'm getting at. As you walked over to them, right? Like you did message, but you didn't walk over to them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I was trying to.
So as you, as you walk back, there's two things that you notice. First off, there's like a whole lot of like festive decoration around. There's like, what are those called? Like those banners with the little like triangular flags on them.
Bunting.
The what?
Bunting. That's what we call it here anyway.
I think that's the term. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see that all around you, like around the fountain especially, but like there's like a lot of decoration around, like just a big feast that's just happened. And as you notice that, there's also a wall notice that has been pinned to the elevated platform that all these 5 people were on.
What does it say?
It says, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the Wolf's Head Jamboree. Attendants and children required. Pikes will be provided. All will be well. Baron Vargas."
Say children required?
It said, "Attendants and children required."
Oh, okay. I was very worried there. I'd have to pose as a child in order for us to get into this. Okay, excellent.
Does it have a date on it or anything?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
I'm going to return to them and point that out and kind of relay the message that I heard. It's like, I think there's a big festival happening.
I wonder if it's something about the donkey friends up on the stage. Yeah.
We need to find out what they did, so we make sure we don't do that.
I mean, everyone has their proclivities. So.
What? What do you mean?
John's gonna look around and see if he can like pick out any chapels or anything like that, or even any barracks, because he's focused on military and religion. So he's looking for like the chapels anywhere he might meditate, or military.
No, you don't see anything like a chapel or whatever. You think you are making out a tower of a church further away in the town, but it's quite a little ways away, and you're not sure if it is a church tower, but it might be.
It's still early in the morning, so okay.
Are any of these the Blue Water Inn? And I'm going to start sort of like looking around at the buildings to see if any of them are indicating where I should be going.
The signage.
So yeah, most of these buildings around here seem to be shops. So they do indeed have some signs on them. You're looking at all of them, I imagine, right? So I'll just give all of them.
Okay.
Might be a bit easier. Starting at the one near the wooden podium that the 5 villagers are on, that says the Cart and Wheel. Then the one closest to you guys, it says the Hab and Dash. Below that, it says Thimdul's Armaments. The one directly south from the fountain says Third Eye Potions. The one directly west from the fountain says Jonavik and Sons. And the one all the way at the top in the northwest says Scran's Leather and Hides.
We could definitely stock up on resources here after we sell these pies.
Casariel, did we ever get Casariel a proper weapon? Do you have a weapon of any kind?
What do you mean?
Yes, of course. Never mind. You're probably fine.
So?
Do any of them have sign, like does Jonavik and Sons, does that have any signage or any barding that indicates what type of place it is?
Not really, but the sign that is hanging there is hanging on an outer wall, which is one of those, it's like those rounded arches with a stone topping at the top of it. It's sort of like an aqueduct without the actual aqua part of it, going around the building. So it has something classy to it. The sign itself is written in a very rich text, so it's not just like made onto it. It's actually written very, very classy.
Should we ask around where Where were we meeting Irena and whatever that man's name was?
I don't remember. Are we meeting him at the tavern? Did we just say Valaki? Place is bigger than I thought it would be. I was thinking Barovia size.
You just talked about something, didn't you? Blue Water Inn, Carla?
So yes, Blue
You
Water
just-
Inn is what we're looking for.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
So, is there a guard or a townsperson around?
Well, as a matter of fact, now that you're looking around, you're noticing two guards that are approaching you. And in between the guards, there is a rather imposing gentleman that are all three just heading in your direction.
Important question: is he handsome? Is he good looking?
No,
Okay.
he's not. This man looks like he looks like a giant of a man, even though he's definitely not a giant. But he's like big and burly. But that is not even the thing that you notice the most about this guy. What is just strikingly obvious about this man is that he has a very deformed arm. One of his arms is very muscly but deformed. It has like bones protruding from its skin, and it has like elongated fingers that end in sharp claws. Looks weird on him, on otherwise a human being. His eyes are dark and set back in his head. He has short hair and he has a very angry look in his face.
I'm going to step off to the side and continue to ponder as they move forward.
They move just in between you guys, not even looking at you.
Before he goes,
Garth.
Kyle's gonna be like, "Pies for sale. Would you like a
They-
pie?"
Blatantly ignore you.
Oh, I don't like that.
The guy walks to where that notice is that you've read before, and you see him tearing the notice down, putting another notice to the wood, and nailing it back into the wood before turning around and moving back again. Again, just moving in between you, and just he's walking in between Casariel and Carla. He will nudge Casariel to the side to just, move in between you guys.
As he's moving past,
Yep.
I'm going to attempt to slip the ring I got with the air piece on it into his pocket as he goes.
Yeah, the ring of bugging.
Mm-hmm.
It bugs him.
We got it
Help.
in, I think, is
The
Mark's house?
Burgomaster's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the same place
It's
that
just,
we got a few things there.
What did that ring do again? Help me out here.
I could hear their conversations if I was in the room of anywhere that I
Right.
left
Oh,
it.
that ring. All right. You're
Yeah.
going to try and slip that into his pocket. All right. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay, I'm good at those. I'm also going to guide myself because I'm not confident.
Sure.
Okay, so 10 plus 5, 15, plus 4, 19.
solid.
Sure. You succeed. He now has that ring on him.
Excellent. I'm just going to keep an ear out for anything interesting that he's going to say.
All right. I will remember that. He moves in this direction and then disappears out of sight.
Fabulous.
What does the new notice say?
You're going to go and check out the notice?
I don't have to. My associate is already there.
Carla, the new notice says, "Come one, come all, to the greatest celebration of the year, the festival of the blazing sun. Attendance and children required. Rain or shine, all will be well. Baron Vargas."
A friendly note from a very unfriendly source, I say as I kind of relay the message.
Mm.
They're very serious about their festivals here. Attendance is required. Interesting.
Attendance and children.
And children. That's
Mm.
bizarre. Right?
Yeah.
Very.
Odd to note that, to specify that. Odd, Yeah.
All right, let's
Odd
let's
town.
let's keep looking around to find that tavern. See if we can find Irena and whatever his name was.
Yes, the handsome man. Do you remember him? He had the jaw,
Oh, I remember him, just not his name. Minor detail, not important.
But as
Do
we're
you
kind
guys
of passing
wanna?
the shop, are they open
Yeah.
or closed?
They're all open. Yes.
Oh, okay.
The leather place, that's up here, right?
Yeah, that's the one in the top left corner.
Hmm.
It's called Scran's Leather and Hide.
Ever since my armor was in that well in the basement of that house, it's been chafing something fierce. I'd like to see if they have any armor for sale.
There's also an armoire over there, an armorer.
Where?
Point over here.
I actually missed that. Is there an armory down there?
Yes, down there where the campfire. That's a campfire.
Yes.
The kiln is.
Armory
actual
as
armor.
in weapons or armory as in armor?
It says Thimdall's Armaments, and there is a big smokestack rising up from the side of the building, which would lead you to believe that it's a blacksmith.
All right. Do you guys like to check out the shops and meet back here in 20 minutes?
Sounds good. I'm going to go check out those potions. I'm going to go
Alright.
that way.
The blacksmith.
Yeah, you're splitting up. I love that.
Of course.
So, Casariel, where do you want to go?
All right.
I
I'm
don't
staying with
know.
Carla. I'm staying with Carla.
No, go to the blacksmith.
No,
We're just going to do. Guys, this is the shopping episode. Go do shopping. Come back in 20 minutes. Let's
We
make.
started out so strong. We had combat in the beginning.
Yeah.
Now that you're standing in front of the building that says Jonovich and Sons, you're standing closer to the sign itself. The sign has calligraphy letters on it, but other than that, it has a small carved logo of a book.
Oh, is this? So this is Jonovich and Sons, and this is the potion shop.
Correct.
Okay. I'm over at the
right.
potions. Put the books.
All right.
John's not gonna leave his party too alone. He's pretty. He's gonna keep an eye out on him. So
John, if I get in a sticky situation, I'll let you know.
after
And I kind of
this,
pat my brain.
after this, we can go to the blacksmith. I'm willing to wait for a little while.
Okay.
Where do you guys want to go?
Potions.
Potions.
We're potions inspectors.
Wow, that reminds me of a certain channel. So feel free to open the door. The door is unlocked.
Oh, yes. Boop. Hello.
After you.
As you say hello, the shop seems to be filled by two people. One is what you would guess, the shop's owner. And there seems to be someone just randomly browsing all the wares within the shop. The lady behind the counter, who has dashing red hair and a green outfit, tightly fitting around her body, looks up at you guys entering and she says, welcome to Third Eye Potions. My name is Anya. Can I help you?
I presume, is she behind a counter?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, so Carla's going to prop her head up and just going to be like, what is the coolest shit you've got here?
She grins at you and she says, well, that would be me, of course. But
I don't disagree.
I'm assuming, I would assume that you mean the potions that I sell.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting.
Before I answer, why would you want to know?
Well, I don't know if you've noticed, but this place kind of drags you down after a while, and I'm looking for some excitement. Or protection.
If that's the kind of poison you're looking for, you should probably just go to the inn. They'll lift your spirits for a lot cheaper.
Not spirit lifting, more general protection against the darkness in this world, or things that enhance abilities, things that heal after a bit too much excitement, that kind of stuff.
If you want to make your own potions, I sell a lot of different items for that, and there are some rather rare items that I have for sale. But if you want to have ready to go potions, I guess a potion of healing would suffice your inquiry. If not, I have a potion of poison, I guess.
I'll take it.
Which one?
The potion of poison.
The potion of poison. All right. So the potion of poison is 100 gold. But
Maybe
it
not.
is-
Maybe not. Actually, backtrack. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
John, she's talking about poisons. He looks at the pies and he looks at her and he's like, "You keep my pies away from her."
Are you showing the pies, in the shop while you're doing that?
My pies are sticking out of my backpack. There's no way I'm fitting 30 pies in my backpack.
Fair. The shopkeep will notice you having pies on you, and she will say, Are those the pies from the windmill?
They're 2 gold apiece, and yes.
I'll take 2.
Which we have vegetable. I just carry the pies, but we do have vegetables, and we have
Sweet potato, please.
sweet potato. Oh yeah. Oh, here you go, and he'll hand over 2 of them.
Right.
Here
You can add 4 gold to your backpack. Yeah, you're definitely overcharging her, by the way, because they're only 1 gold.
Oh,
Okay.
I know. He doesn't want to get rid of these. He wants to eat them.
Fair enough. So, I mean, she will gladly pay that. So that's 4 gold.
Wow. Okay. All right. Cool. And he's kind of okay. I gave a couple of my pies, but okay.
I mean, I have other potions as well, but I mean, some of them are harder to come by, and that makes them more expensive. And you know, right?
Suppose. Well, how much
you
are
seem like
healing potions?
Healing potions are 50 gold each.
Okay. Excellent. But what were you going to say? Sorry.
You seem like an inquisitive mind. Who are you?
Hand up. Carl Lillacott of the Valley Gazette. I'm a journalist and a pie saleswoman. In my free time.
She will shake your hand and say, You're an interesting person. See, I have my standard batch of potions, which are poison resistance, healing potions, alchemist fire, if you need it. There's one potion that I can also make, but it's a little tricky. I mean, I sell it, but it might be a little out of your league. It's a potion of cloud giant strength. Wonderful, but it requires some rather exotic elements, if you will. You seem like the adventurous type.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can help me out. One hand washes the other and all that.
And all that, yes. If we went and found these exotic ingredients for you and brought them back, some for you, some for us, would you make us a potion?
Yeah, I will.
Absolutely. What do you need? Let me know.
So, for the potion of cloud giant strength, I need a couple of items, which I already have, but there is one item in particular, which I usually get from my sister. My sister is sending me some magic spring water. She's told me that she can get that from the area of Kresk, but I'm not sure what and where. She's being secretive about it. But there is some magic spring water from that area, and I haven't gotten that from her in the last couple of weeks. I feel that she might be busy with other things. So, if you could get me some of that spring water, I will make you one of those potions. It's worth your while. Those potions sell for 1,700 gold.
Oh, absolutely. And what's your sister's name, just in case we encountered
her? My twin sister is called... I know this. Hang on. I forgot about the name of my sister.
It's been so long, I imagine.
Anyo.
Yeah, it's
Anyo and
been
Anya.
weeks. We just call each other sister, right? So,
sis.
I wouldn't know.
What?
Denya. Yeah.
Denya.
Yeah.
Denya. I should
Denyanis.
keep my eyes and ear out for her and
was
for
it?
this water. Denya.
Denya, it's pretty.
So, would you say, is this water that you're looking for, this magic spring water, is it magic of a divine sense or the more arcane type?
I believe it's divine, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure of its magical properties. I know it when I see it, but I'm not sure what its basis is. I think it's divine, though.
I think he's gonna look over at Casariel. If we could find if in Crest there's a source of holy water, that would be useful for some of our purposes.
Yeah, she's just like running her fingers along the kind of like trinkets that she sees, and she'll take down her hood and just nod.
She'll smile at you, noticing your purple eyes and whatnot. She doesn't seem at all shocked by the way that you look. As a matter of fact, she seems rather at ease that you're not just another schmuck.
John, looking very schmuck-like, asks, "So what does this strength potion thing do? What?
I think that for you, it might not be interesting, but maybe for these two ladies, it might. When you drink this potion for 1 hour, you will gain such a strength that nothing is going to be a challenge for you. So, outside of the game, what this potion does for 1 hour, it increases your strength to 27 for an entire hour.
That's insane.
That would still be very useful for John. I don't know.
I know, but she won't assess that. But yeah, totally.
Yeah, he'll take that as a compliment. Okay, thank you.
Fabulous. We will absolutely keep our eyes out for that and make our way back here. But while we are here, what is this festival that's going on today?
Which one?
There's two?
I'm trying so hard to keep track with it, but which is the one that we're currently having?
That is sun, one related to the sun, I believe.
I haven't heard about that one. Must be the new one.
The new one, is it something very frequent? There are often festivals.
You must be new in town.
Oh, completely.
Yes. Okay. She leans over the counter and just beckons you a little closer, as there is still like another villager just like moving about the store. And so she beckons you closer and lowers her voice. Do you lean in?
Yeah, of course.
Right. She says, the thing is, our Burgomaster honestly thinks that we can defeat the evils of this land by making everyone happy. As long as everyone is happy, joyful, and cheerful, the bad things will go away. So over the last couple of years, we've had a jamboree, an event, a parade, a party, or anything like that every single week. Last week, it was something about wolves' heads being paraded around town on pikes, and I'm pretty sure that for the coming week, it's going to be something else. But it's every single week, and you'd better fall in line or he'll arrest you for not being happy and therefore ruining the town's chance at freeing themselves from the grasp of our lord.
Ooh.
Am I close enough to hear this?
You're not,
No.
but Carlo will
So
probably
you-
relate it to you.
People do want to free themselves from this lord. I kind
Some
of
people
in her head she hears, "You can speak freely. I just want to find out more." And message her. You can reply here.
She will reply to that saying, I think I can trust you. And she says, this town is far enough away from the castle to feel that we are safe from the grasp of Lord Strahd. Yet, you set 1 foot outside of this village, and you'll run into wolves and worse. It would be crazy to think that the lord of this land rules the wolves in the mist. That's just silly. But, truth be told, beyond the walls of this village, nothing seems to be safe. So that leads people to believe that if you can somehow counter that, it would make our lives a whole lot better. And I think that is the basis of what our Burgomaster tries to do.
What do you believe?
I'm not sure what I believe anymore. I'm just running my shop and getting by, one day at a time. It's the best I can do.
Admirable, in its own right. Thank you for all of your information and all of your help. I hope we will be associates and allies in the future to each other.
I hope so too. If you ever need any potions, you know where to find me.
Mhm.
And if you ever need me, I also do live upstairs here.
Good to know.
Yes.
Do you happen to know where the Blue Water Inn is, by the way?
Yeah, I do. If you go from my shop, you take a left near the water fountain, along the bookshop, and then go straight on for a little while. You should catch it just on the left of the road.
So helpful. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I'm going to return to the other two and kind of make a gesture for them to sort of lean their heads down closer to me. This festival that we're intruding upon isn't, it seems to be a regular activity here, so just nod and smile whenever anyone mentions anything about it.
What's up with the donkey heads? Did you ask that?
No.
You're not curious? Am I the only one that's curious in this group about that? Which is strange, don't you think?
Seems
Excuse me, Anya. I say to the shopkeeper,
Yes?
Anya, we couldn't help but notice the donkeys on the scaffold.
Oh, yes. Yeah? What about that?
I don't suppose you could tell us what those people did to deserve that fate?
They didn't join in with the festivities.
Oh.
Who doesn't
Yeah.
join festivities?
Well, that's exactly what the Burgomaster says. You'd be a good fit for him.
Oh, is it a festival for children? Is that why they specifically say children must come?
Children bring laughter, and laughter is the best medicine, or so they say.
Oh. That checks out. How long are they meant to stand there?
I'm not sure, but I think about a week.
Do they get food or water? Like, that seems very harsh for missing a party.
They get food thrown at them. I mean, they don't die up there. Like, they're being looked after, but it is very much still a punishment. So it's no picnic being up there, so to speak.
That seems extreme. I mean, maybe they just didn't RSVP.
That's basically what it comes down to, yeah.
I have one more question. Do you have components like incense?
Incense. Let me have a look. Heck, yeah, she has incense. She doesn't on this list, but she totally does because it's a potion shop.
Right. What is a block of incense? How much incense is that?
Block of incense
Bundle.
would be at 20 silver.
Okay. I'd like a block, please.
All right, here you go.
hand her 20 silver.
Mhm.
Oh gosh.
All right. I'm gonna
I have
start
to math
walking out.
this. How many silver is it gold? It won't
2
let me
gold.
remove it. 2 gold. Great. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
Next time you could just give her a pie for it.
Is that passive aggression? I hear that in your voice, John.
It was a suggestion. I don't.
Insight check.
What?
Sure.
It was a suggestion.
Okay, well, I
Functioning
rolled
system.
it.
I, am
11.
am I supposed to be hiding something from you?
No, just
You tell me.
It sounded judgy. It sounded judgy. It sounded like as we leave. It sounded like you thought I made a bad call by giving those guards a pie, or suggesting that we should.
What? No,
What?
she paid 2 gold for pies earlier, and you just paid 2 gold for something else, and could have given her a pie.
All right.
Can we go to the armor store now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna I'm gonna walk behind him, and you know how you like kick someone's like leg so that they like do that when they're walking. You know, if like you kick the back of their knee when it's straight, they like double. You guys know what I'm talking about? I do that.
He doesn't even notice. He just keeps walking.
I love it. All right, so you walk into the shop. Just before you do, you notice that the sign overhead says Thimdul's Armaments, and it has like a little line of text underneath, which you can read now that you're getting close to the sign. It says, weapon sales are reported to the Burgomaster.
Cool. I'm getting armor.
Good to know.
Inside the shop, there's a couple of weapon racks, and you see a rather strapping, strong gentleman in the shop itself. And as you walk in, he says, welcome to Thimdul.
Hi there. Do you like pie?
I guess this is not a pie shop, though.
He
As
just
you
sort
might
of,
have noticed.
in his experience, he walked into the last shop and they immediately bought pie from him. So he just sort of turns and you see the pie sticking out of the backpack and goes, huh?
How much are they?
2 gold?
A piece?
For 2 of them.
2 for 2. Okay. You know what? I'll have 2. No, I'll have 4.
Fantastic. So it's 4 gold. Thank you very much. What kind would you like? I have sweet potato and meat and vegetable and vegetable.
Meat and vegetable. Nice.
Damn. Fine. Land over 4 meat and vegetable.
John, you are fabulous at this.
I thought I almost lost the sale there.
Killing it.
Do you sell armor?
Yes, I do. I have some armor, I have some weapons, and I have some tools that I sell. Basically, if it's made of iron, we'll probably have it.
Fantastic. He sort of like gestures at himself. His armor is getting a little bit rusty and kind of gravelly from sleeping outside a few times. And do you have anything like this or potentially better? I don't think I could downgrade, but
So you're wearing chainmail, right?
yes.
Yeah. He says, I have chainmail. I have full set of chainmail, 75 gold. Yours seems to be in serviceable condition. If you want, I can repair it or like brush it up a little bit and make it look a little bit better. That's cheaper than getting a whole new one. But if you want to buy a new one, then I won't stop you.
Do you have anything possibly more effective? Like it's effective armor, and yes, I could probably wash it out next time we get to a river or something. I can, but
I don't have plate armor, unfortunately. We do make it every once in a while, but it's usually bought up. It takes a long while to make a full set of plate, and so
Understandable.
it's first come, first serve. I have chainmail. I also have ring mail, but that is less effective. It's leather with rings sewn onto it.
Understandable.
It's also cheaper, but yeah.
You said that you make it every now and again. Is there something that it can be made to order, or?
Yeah, I can put in an order with Horik. He's outside near the fortress. We can put an order in with him. He can probably assess the price as well, but it'll take a while and it'll probably cost you a pretty penny. It's definitely not cheap.
Or a pretty pot? Okay, fantastic. I understand. About how much and in what range are we looking at in terms of?
You're gonna have to talk to Horik. Like he's the expert on armor and whatnot in terms of like what that costs when it's made to order.
All right, fantastic. Yes, this will suit me for now. I'm thinking about upgrading, but it's on my list.
I'm gonna pull out the scale mail that I was wearing before I switched to my badass breastplate.
Yep.
Do you buy things? I have this gorgeous set of scale mail. I don't suppose you could use it.
That's the old one that you're not wearing anymore, right?
Right.
He takes a good look at it and he says, serviceable condition, quite well. Yeah. Almost no notches on it. Great. Yeah, I can take this off your hands, if you will. Is it just a plate? Like, is it just a breastplate, or is it something else? Like,
Oh
well?
no, it's just scale mail.
I think it's a full scale mail armor, right?
Yep. Yeah. It says 50 gold pieces. That's probably new.
Yeah.
Medium armor.
He says I can probably take it off your hands for, well, it's in serviceable condition. 30 gold.
25.
32. You got a deal.
Sold.
32 gold it is then.
I'll hand it over.
Starting to make ourselves a little bundle here.
Also, I have some silver here. It's silly, really. It's my grandmother's old silverware set. I have used it being powdered. You see, do you all do that here?
And what exactly are you referring to, Casariel?
I am referring to the silverware I stole from Durst Manor.
Yes. So are you pulling this out of your bag?
No.
All right. In that case, he says silverware is hard to come by, to be honest, especially when it's well made. I can either buy it as raw silver, basically, which would mean that for 1 pound of silver, I would pay you 20 gold. If it's really finely done, I would be potentially inclined to pay more for it, but I'm gonna have to see it. There's unfortunately also a lot of theft going on, and I want to make sure that it's not stolen, right? If it's got the Burgomaster's insignia on it, obviously I can't buy it.
I think back to this particular set of silverware that my dear grandmother.
There's no markings on it.
Oh, I thought you said there was. On the knives.
There are markings on it of like a windmill and whatnot, but that would not be something that is like a characteristic of that it's a stamp of a family. It's more like decoration.
Yeah, I have no idea how much I have, so I'm just I'll take it out.
You took a lot.
Yeah. I don't want to sell it. I would like to have it powdered.
All right.
I mean, I might want to sell some of it, just I don't know how much I have, so.
All right. So you take it out of your backpack. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
As you take it out of your backpack, even though it is silver, it is like rusted beyond measure. Like that's not what you picked up in the house. He looks at you with like, is this a joke?
Oh my. Seems our travels here have tarnished it just a bit. Nothing a little polish couldn't clear up,
Hmm.
I suppose.
And you
You're
want
of
to
course the
sell
expert in
this?
that field. I wanted to powder it.
Hmm. If it's can I have just like one spoon or a fork or something?
Oh, yeah, of course. There you go.
Okay. You'll put that to a grinder, and after a little bit of legwork, he'll say, "I see that there's traces of silver in here. I can powder it, but it won't be pure. It will be powdered silver and iron, so it'll be a blend. This is not pure silver."
I don't suppose there's any way you could separate that, because I actually need both, as it happens.
If you find a way to separate the two of them, be my guest. But honestly, I have no clue how to separate those two. I can powder them like no less. Like that's no issue. But
All right. Sure. Yes, I would. How much do you charge for such a service?
depending on how much you have.
I'll just take it and clank it out all over his counter.
So we'll take that as you basically took like a full silverware because you took so much. So it's we'll take it as a full silverware set, which would probably translate to about pound of silver, pound of iron, so kilogram total. Or just 2 pounds for you Americans out there.
I was going to say, oh, my American brain is going to explode.
The what now? You'll say, heck, you know what? Throw in another one of those pies. Like it's no issue. It's no issue. Throw in one of those pies and I'll call it a day. I'll just make it. I'll just grind it down.
So sweet of you.
Carla will give one of hers
All right.
this time.
For that, you will receive a pound of silver. Well, you will receive 2 pounds of silver iron blend. So you will have a pound of iron, pound of silver in total, but it's blended right now.
Okay. Perfect.
Cool. Thank you, good sir. What was your name again? I didn't catch that.
Oh, yes. No, nice to meet you, I imagine. My name is Rowley.
Hello, Raleigh. I'm John. This is Casariel and our good friend Carla.
To meet you.
Hi,
Are you going to
Casariel and good friend Carla.
Are you going to be participating in the festival? Or are you allowed like special treatment because you have to run the shop?
The Wolf's Head Jamboree? No, that's just been. Like, I've joined in with that.
No, the new one.
Oh, God, is there a new one?
Yes, something about the sun.
Something about the sun. Okay. Heck, I'll join in, I guess.
Good to know. Like, no exceptions are made. Like, you have to join in.
Yes, unfortunately so.
I hear there's a rather steep punishment for not joining in.
I imagine you've seen the stockades then, huh?
Yeah. Is that normal around here?
I wish I could say otherwise, but yes.
What does this Burgomaster look like? How would you describe him? Is he a handsome man?
To the right person. If you find power sexy, he's probably your type. Other than that, if you're into really old men, he's probably your type. He looks like a combination of relatively powerful and not relatively old.
We
Tragic.
saw a man walking through earlier with a odd shape to his arm and looked like he had been hurt as, at some point. His arm had all kinds of little things coming out of it. Is that the Burgomaster?
No, that's Isaac. Yeah, he's a weird character. Isaac works for the Burgomaster. He is his persuader, so to speak.
Enforcer.
Yeah, that's probably a better word for it. Yeah. Don't mind the arm. You don't want to. He'll probably set you on fire with it.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's creepy.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, you can actually
Okay.
cast fire with that. Like, that's why people don't like him. Other than the fact that he's just a complete asshole. But he can actually set fire to things with that arm. Apparently, it's magical in nature or something.
Hmm. He was
Yeah,
rather
I don't know. I steer clear of that.
brusque and rude with us earlier, so yes.
He doesn't talk much, and he seems to be very dead set on his convictions and goals and whatnot. And I feel that should probably just be the way it is.
All right. Well, it was nice to meet you, Rowley. Might be back to talk about a potential order for some armor at some point, but for now,
Great. As a matter of fact, talk to Horik. He's outside with the forge. He'll probably be able to give you a quote on it.
fantastic. We'll probably swing by. I think we have some other business to attend to, and he looks at Carl and Casariel, and we'll try to make this quick.
Sounds good.
You said Horik was his name?
Horik, yes,
All right.
that's he'll be at the forge.
I'm gonna try to make just a quick pass it by.
Right, and the Horik is indeed at the forge.
Hail, Horik.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to get that close. We just spoke to a Rowley in the store up there, and he spoke very, very highly of you, and sent us to talk to you and ask you a question.
Yeah.
Before that, though, are you interested in pies?
What kind of pies?
Well, we've got some sweet potato and some very lovely vegetable pies that are delicious and delectable, and some vegetable and meat pies.
I like pies. You selling?
Yes, they're 2 gold a piece, but we're having a special. No, they're 1 gold a piece. I don't.
Seems a bit stiff.
Well, that's what we get for them.
Hmm.
Well, if you don't want any pies, I do have another question.
I'll take one. I'll take a. What did you have?
Vegetable and meat, and a sweet potato.
I'll take sweet potato.
Fair enough. Alrighty. And now, a question about how we were told by Rowley that you every now and again take orders to create a set of plate mail armor. Is this something that you're capable of making?
Yeah.
About how much would you say one of these sets runs in terms of cost?
About 2,000.
Silver? That's pretty steep.
Gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time, Horik. You have a lovely day. He says John will walk away.
Okay. Thanks for the pie.
Of course. Pleasure doing business with you.
Yep.
Okay, he's going to rejoin
While they
with
were
Carla.
talking to him, I found a little alleyway where nobody was around, and I'd like to ritual cast detect magic.
Sure. That's an area of effect spell, right?
Yeah, 30 feet. So I would know the presence of anything that's magical within 30 feet, unless it's blocked by metal or stone. So I can't see
Cool.
into them.
So I will allow you to have that cast while the discussions are going on. So it's cast and it's on you.
Great. And then I'll
I love
use
the
them.
fact that you just went into an alleyway for that.
She's not afraid. I'll use thaumaturgy to make my eyes normal, like brown.
Yep.
Unremarkable. Not purple.
Hello, Casariel. We're just I guess we're off to where are we going now? Gonna look to Carla.
Blue Water Inn. We need to go to the Blue Water Inn.
Yes, of course. We were looking for a book place. You said something about a book.
I'll be right back. Be right back. I'm just gonna run in and peek my head in here and take a look around now that I can detect magic. Just wanted to say I really like your scarf. That's all.
I like you. Didn't you have purple eyes? I don't know.
What? Did
No,
you
never
notice
mind.
the color of my eyes? That's so nice of you. And she's
On a lady like you, of course.
Oh my. Well, you're going to make me blush. Anything magical in here?
No.
Okay, she leaves like and she
Or Rowley.
All right, sorry about that.
Oh. He's a good man,
He's a simple,
She just doesn't like men in general.
simple good man.
Men are terrible.
Happy Pride Month.
Exactly.
There we go. So I suppose we're on our way. You said something about books earlier.
Yes.
But,
Will we pop into the bookstore? I mean, why not? I'm sure people who love to read love to eat too.
After you, I guess he's just sort of following at this point.
And by the way, it's rather expensive to be someone that gets hit quite often.
Telling me.
Okay.
So this building indeed has a sign with a little book on it that says Jonovich and Sons.
Okay. Bella's going to go inside if she can.
You totally can.
Oh. In which direction would I go? Okay, cool. Awesome.
It has,
Sorry.
the building itself has just like lovely green carpet, and there's books and bookshelves all around. In the bookshop itself, there's two people. In the middle, there is a gentleman with some glasses who is just buried in paperwork and books. That seems to be the proprietor of this shop. And then in the back, there is a gentleman who is wearing fine regalia, if you will, that is just browsing some books as well. He doesn't seem to be part of the shop itself, but maybe just a patron. Just a very finely dressed patron. The gentleman in the middle addresses the three of you and says, welcome to Jonovich and Sons. How can I serve you today?
You know what? We are just new in town. And I love to read. I love to read so much. So I was just wondering if you have anything in here that I might purchase to keep myself entertained on our travels.
Yes. Any sort of like category? I mean, we got books all around, but
I just love history. And I don't know anything about this town. Don't suppose you have anything like that, do you?
Any history of the town? I got a couple books. There is a book of kings which records all the history on the various kings that we've had in the grand land of Barovia. Then we have the fall of Argentvost, which is also a classic on the history of this land. And then, of course, we have the Fanes of Barovia. Those are very well-known volumes, of course, to anyone who lives here. Would any of that suit your taste?
Now, are these things we could purchase, or is this more like you check it out, or do I have to read that here?
I'm not a library. No, I do sell them.
Library. We don't have any of those when we came from. Sorry about that. Great. So I can just check them out and bring them back?
Yes. For the what? Check out? No, you buy them. Then they're yours. That's how that works. It's a shop, lady.
I'm so sorry. This is a much bigger town than where I come from. I'm sorry. I just don't understand all your customs yet. Great. Well, how much do you charge for those books?
That depends on which book you want. The Book of Kings is 75 gold. The Book of the Fanes of Barovia is 50 gold. And then we have the Fall of Argentvost that comes in at 75 gold as well.
Where the shops are they located? Can we see the covers, read a lot about a
Sorry.
book about the cabin.
Was that a question to the DM or to the shop owner?
Oh, to the shop owner. Yes.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, where in the shop are these books? I'd like to see the cover before we purchase.
Oh, the ones that I just talked about, the history section, is actually where you are right now. It's that area there.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. And I'm going to start
Right.
looking for those.
You know, I am clearly not a business person like yourself. I mean, this is a beautiful establishment. Is this yours?
Yes.
I can tell. What do you think about renting the book? You know, like I'll read it here. Maybe I could just spend a few hours reading them and we could take that gold price on down from really crazy to like manageable.
So you don't take the book with you?
Then you can sell it to somebody else. It's a win-win.
Yeah, I guess I could work with that.
Oh, great. So how much would you charge for something like that? I'm just
Per
going to like
book?
kind of smile as I like flick the pages over on a book that's open on his desk.
So give me a performance check because I'm gonna like rule on something, but I need a dice for that.
Okay. No whammies. I'm going to roll the big boy. Okay. That's not bad. Plus 0, 14.
14. Okay, so he thinks you're an idiot. So he's pretty sure. So he's pretty sure you're gonna take like 20 to 30 times of visiting for you to finish a book. So he's gonna adjust his price to that. He says, okay. Every single time you come here, you read the book for a little while, and then you go again. Based on that, I guess you can drop it down to 5 gold per book.
You know, I was going to say 5 gold. That's perfect. I would love that.
Perfect.
Yeah,
All
that
right,
sounds
so 5 gold. 5 gold per visit per book, of course. Like, you know, that's
Of
what I charge.
course.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Great. Then that's what we'll do.
Perfect. I'm just going to go talk to my friends and see which one of us wants to read what.
That would be
Alright.
me.
Beautiful store. Thank you. I'm going to go over to John and Carla.
Carla's going to snatch whatever book is closest to her. Like whether she's looking particularly for the King's one. King's of Barovia.
All right. The Book of Kings is indeed in the corner where you are looking right now.
Yeah, so I take it down. I go to the back to see if there's a glossary first.
There is, but it doesn't really tell you anything about the content. It's rather like one of those, like, in the years past, someone has recorded this in favor of, like it's a lot of blah blah and no content.
That's great. I'm just going to go and try and look for Strahd within the glossary. Does he show up in this book, basically? Often.
You're looking for Strahd in this book.
Basically.
All right,
Any
there's no
mention
mentioning
of
of him. No.
Okay. Then I think von Zarafich.
Neither. The entire family line is not mentioned here. There's a lot of other names, but not that.
Okay. So then if he's not there, I'm going to kind of close that up. Go to the next one, the feigning.
The Fanes of Barovia.
I'm going to start looking through that glossary, basically try to get immediately what's to note. I imagine with like her reporter sort of background, she frequently has to do sort of these research checks, so she knows how to do them quite quickly to see if she can gather any information that she needs to know whether something's worth reading.
Roll me a flat D12.
D12. Oh, interesting. Okay. 11.
11. Wow. All right. So, quickly thumbing through this book, you notice that this book is some sort of story that is, it's written as if it's fact, but the topic is prosa. It's about fays and magic and elves and weird stuff and like ley lines and that kind of stuff. It feels It feels like one of those rant books about someone that is like, it's true, you gotta believe me, where everyone agrees that it's just bullcrap.
It's a conspiracy book, is what you're telling me.
Basically.
Excellent. Oh, good to know. I'm going to move that specifically to a shelf at my reaching height.
Okay.
And I'm going to go for the next book.
While she's
that would
doing
be
that,
the
I'm giving John the eye. I imagine he and I are both giving each other this eye. Like, we know she's going to try some shady stuff.
Nope.
You're gonna let her?
You're not.
John immediately, when getting in here, he either found a chair or a corner. This is like so boring for him. He pulls out his 101 things to do in Barovia, and he's basically thumbing through that, looking for pictures and.
Yeah, so Casariel's just over there trying to get John's attention, like looking over at Carlo, back at John, back at...
What's going on?
Both of us ignoring you.
Did you find what we're looking for? Or... He'll... Fine. Close the book, put it away, stand up. What's going on?
And I'll look for the last book.
For the last book, that would be The Fall of Argynvost.
Okay. Same deal. Gonna be thumbing through looking for Strahd or anything, like the basic gist of what this book is about, like basic.
Give me another D12 on that.
That's a 3.
It's a 3. You know, really, like you quickly thumb through this book, and you're noticing the prying eyes of the shop owner. Like, he's starting to notice the fact that you're already, like, using that deal that he just struck with Casariel without paying him. So you feel that you should probably hurry up. And because of that, you don't really have a good grasp of what this book is about. But you catch a couple of words in here. And the words you catch while you're thumbing through this book is the word Hornguard, the word hatred, and the word Argynvost Hold.
Okay. She's
As
going
to what
to
the rest of this book is about, you have no idea.
She's going to like flick through it once more, then pop it back in the shelf, and then turn around towards the noble that's there, and she's going to go, "Hello, Lilac Heart, pleasure to meet you."
Right. Welcome to Yanovich and Sons. Can I help you?
What's your name?
My name is Yanovich.
Oh, Yanovich. Oh my.
Yeah.
So I'm not talking to the shopkeeper now, just the noble next. Am I right? This guy?
Oh, no. So, no. The noble next to you is, like, that's not Yanovich. So, the noble says, my name is John Mittenthal Vannerbet. Nice to meet you. You are?
Hello, Lilac Heart. I'm a journalist for the Violet Gazette. Have you ever read it?
No, a journalist. How droll.
Droll? You see kind of like a twitch over the eye. My. And what do you do all day?
Just lordly things. It's like, it keeps me busy. What did you do other than reporting?
I adventure, I research, I see wondrous things, and then I kind of, in his head, he hears, and I've come face to face with death itself. And all the other fun stuff.
He seems unfazed by the message that you sent him, and he says, interesting, how droll. So have you decided on joining in with the new festivities?
Of course, they sound delightful.
Yes, the feast of the blazing sun is going to be rambunctious.
Mm-hmm. What do they do at it? Have you been to one before?
So from what I've heard is that the Baron is planning to build an effigy of the sun, and they will light it in the town square and make it burn like a burning man, but then the sun, if you will. It's going to be absolutely droll, really. It's you got to be there.
Got to be there. And perhaps I'll see you there, and maybe if you would like a snack during that, we are selling pies. And I kind of turn and show the pies in my backpack. 2 gold apiece.
Oh, is that so? What kind of pies are they, pray tell?
Oh, they're pies from the mill, the Bone Crusher mill. I don't know if you've heard of them. They're quite infamous. But there's sweet potato, vegetable and meat.
I've asked my servants to fetch them from Barovia a few times, but unfortunately they came up empty-handed. They seem to be rather interesting. I would pay 5 gold for 2 of those.
Done. And I should reach out my hand. to
I
shake
don't
it.
care which one they are, just 2 of them. They
I give
seem
him
to
a
be
sweet
rather,
potato and
rather
a
good.
vegetable. I
Lovely,
pocket
thank
5
you.
gold. Excellent.
What a wonderful service. Is this something you do regularly?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. We're in partnership now with the ladies down there to bring
That's
pies
so.
to all of Barovia.
I will let all the other nobles know that we have a pie service to the town right now. I'm pretty sure that we would be able to strike a deal with you. We are rather interested.
Fabulous. We have many to sell. Thank you so
Lovely.
much.
How many do you have on you at the moment?
So we just gave away two. We have 30 on us at the moment. Very exclusive.
I think we have a total of 45 between the two of us right now.
I'm lying to him.
Oh, okay.
I want these to be exclusive.
Very nice.
You see him ponder for a moment, and he says, "What if I was to buy 20 off of you? What would your price be?"
100 gold, no less. I mean, what I'm basically doing is depriving the happiness of the people of Barovia by giving them all to you. So it would have to be no less than 100.
Not just to me. I would distribute that to my peers. 100 gold. 100 gold won't do, of course. You understand that as much as I do. For 20, I would be willing to pay you the sum of 40 plus 5 for your trouble, so 45 total.
No. I'm going to giggle a little bit and go, no, and move along.
He will raise a hand while you move, and he says, 55, final offer.
Do you think me a fool? I'm educated, please.
And so am I. Those pies aren't worth 100 gold for just 20 of them.
No,
All
but the
for my
principle
own.
of them is perhaps not the flour, perhaps not the sweet potato, but the fact that we are the distributors of the pie, that we are giving them to the people of Barovia, the fact that we have made these travels, all these costs amount, sir.
Give me a persuasion check on that.
I'm
Here we go with a
bardic
bard.
inspirationing
Oh, I love it.
myself.
Sure.
Oh,
Okay,
barding,
I would
love it.
love
Okay.
to guide her.
Okay, so that was a pretty good roll. Okay. 18 plus 5, which is
23.
23.
All right.
From elsewhere in the story here, we're pie sales. Yana.
80 gold.
Deal.
Done, he says. He pays you 80 gold for that.
I gave him 20 pies. Specifically the vegetable. It's boring.
He looks very happy, and he says, I will immediately go and share this with my peers. More offers will come shortly. Make sure that you're ready.
I am. Thank you so much. I'm going to flounce my way over to them, and I'm going to cast Unseen Servant as I go, just a little, and it pops up behind me. And it stays over in this section as I walk towards Yanovich.
Okay.
Okay.
Yanovich, or John, as you walk over, John's in the process of saying, no, 101 things to see in Barovia. I already have this one. I'm looking for any more. Sorry.
Hang on.
Oh,
Here you go.
cool.
Sure, unseen servant.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, hello, Boo. Oh, hello. How cute he is. Excellent.
Like he's technically unseen, so I shouldn't have a token for him. But I
That's cool. That's cool.
With my detect magic up, can I see what just happened? It's 10 minutes, I think. Let me see. It might be done now. 10 minutes.
Oh shit! Yeah, because it's time bound, and you've been in the shop for a little while.
Yeah, that's fine. It's probably done by now. 10 minutes.
No. When when a DM is indecisive, the dice will decide. Give me a d6. Let's see what happens.
Cool.
D6. 5.
5. All right. So, what are you looking for?
I mean,
You'll catch
so
one more thing.
yeah, anything that I'm watching Carla like a hawk because I know her by now. But I mean, I imagine when I walked in, if it was still up, I just took like a good sweep around. And I guess everything, whatever was magic, if it's not behind stone or metal, would glow. Or however it would indicate it's magical.
Funnily enough, Casariel, as your spell wears off, the final flicker that you do get, like this whole shop seems to be magicless. Like these are just books,
Mundane.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
and there's something magical about the fact that we have, books and whatnot, but the books itself aren't inherently magical. As the spell wears off, for a split second, you see as Carla hands the pies to the nobleman, and he holds the pies. The second he holds the 20 pies in 2 stacks, there's like a flicker of like, is that magical? And it's gone. And it leaves you with more questions than answers.
Were the pies? Are the pies magically delicious? I need to know.
Or the fact that he touches them, or is the nobleman magical? You don't know, but there was like a flicker, and then it's gone. Spell wore off.
Just kidding.
And what was his name again?
I've been my bardic
Crunk
inspiration.
vibes.
The nobleman's name
Mhm.
was
Sean.
John. Difficult last name.
Yeah. It was Varen. It was not Varen, but something Thal. John something Thal. Oh man,
John something
Vander
Thal.
or something.
John
Go
something
for
Thal.
him.
Yes.
Yeah, John in the moment made up last name.
John definitely didn't hear any of that. So John.
Let's just say, let's make one up. I need my notes. What the?
John Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt. Perfect.
So John, while all of this has been going on, is haggling with this or arguing with this guy. Just because it's in the children's section doesn't mean adults can't read it.
Okay.
Well, that's true, but it's not meant for. I mean, are you buying or what?
102 things to see. Where's the sequel?
Sequel? What?
Never mind.
I'm so lost. Like, what?
He was holding up his 101 things to see in Barovia book and asking about the sequel. There's another one.
Oh, so you're showing him the book?
Yes, I'm holding it confidently in front of him.
All right. So if memory serves, this is the first time you're taking it out of your backpack, right?
We can say that. Yeah, I think at one point he was just sort of thumbing through it, but this is let's retcon it to be this first time.
Yeah. So the book looks like really moldy.
Yeah.
Like it looks nothing like when you picked it up in the mansion.
So I'm gonna retcon that too. Instead of saying I'm looking for the sequel, do you have a good copy of this? A new copy.
He looks at it and he says, "No, that book hasn't been around for at least 300 years."
How much for a vintage book?
in good condition, couple of $100 gold.
Damn. How much for 300-year-old mold? I guess I need to go to the potion shop for that.
You'd have more luck over there than here.
Yeah,
Yes,
he puts the book in his...
Are his eyes specifically on John where John is standing right now?
he's currently in active conversation with John. Yes.
My unseen servant is going to fetch the book of our... Oh god, what was it called again?
The Fall of Argent was?
ball of Argent off of the shelf,
Yeah.
and Boo is going to carry it around here and kind of stop here.
To where?
Around this way. Can you see like my name, the way it's going?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going to like go around the shelf, basically trying to like bring the book like here.
Okay. Let's do a sleight of hand for that, just to see if you can actually fetch the book.
Okay. Very good. Okay, 17 plus 5, so like a million. 22.
You're fine. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. So if he's still kind of like actively engaged with John, I'm going to like slip away. I'm not. I'm going to stay kind of here, like within his eyesight, and in the space where that book was. Minor illusion. Oh no, I can't because that will drop my concentration. Never mind. It's fine. Being complicated. He's going to stay there. He's going to stay there. Just for the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you walk over there and basically snatch the book, you can now. Like that sleight of hand was also to check if he doesn't notice the book missing. So
Okay.
if you want, you have a free book.
Okay, so I kind of take the book from this area and kind of pop out over here from John. No, like besides John, basically. Just like, oh, hello.
This
Kind of pocket it away.
this store doesn't have anything for the discerning picture viewer.
I mean, Mr. Yarovich here is quite the picture of health. I kind of like chuckle a little bit, but I then turn and I'm like, are you interested in buying some pies, actually?
Pies?
Pies, yes, from they're rather renowned around Barovia. 2 gold apiece.
I'm not really the kind of guy for pies. No, thank you.
Well,
Is he like really thin?
Yeah.
John basically is a picture of health. He looks like he could have a few of these pies, a few dozen. Anyway, it was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Yanovich.
Mhm.
I guess we're looking for the Blue Water Inn. Do you know where the Blue Water Inn? Wait, do we already know where are we going?
apparently it's like left and then up and then it's there.
Ah, fantastic.
Yeah, it's down the road that way.
Fabulous.
Thank you very much. We'll be back, I guess. Yeah. Have a good day. Gonna sort of walk out.
Okay. I'm going to join him. And I'm going to let Boo dissipate.
All right.
I'm just eyeing Carla.
All right.
So I will. You have the book now. I will share that book with you in the Discord, so you can read it.
Fantastic.
Excellent.
I've got all the shopping I've wanted to do. Do you guys want to? What do you want to do, Carla? Where are we going?
Blue Water Inn, I think we have a lovely woman waiting for us there. Just a bit too long.
Of course. And off to see the arena, as well as her friend
Irena.
Vasily. Sorry, stupid little. Anyway, yeah, we're on our way to Irena and Vasily.
All right. So you want to move down the path and move towards the Blue Water Inn?
Is it this way?
Yeah. So
Okay.
moving down the road for a little while, you move past houses and more houses and more houses. And at some point, you run into a building which you would feel is an inn. The way it's constructed, the fact that light is pouring out from all the windows in such a way that it looks inviting, and the fact that there's a sign with a big mug of beer over the door. It looks like this is indeed the Blue Water Inn. Do you want to enter?
That's our destination.
Before we do, I would like to, I don't know if I can ritual cast while walking, but if I can't, I will just normal cast detect magic again.
Ritual cast will require you to like draw in the sand and whatnot, so that's a standstill
Okay.
spell.
Okay, I'll just cast it, and I'll use my. Oh no, yeah, I'll just cast it.
Okay. Moving down the road, you are moving towards a large inn.
I'm heading straight for the door.
Are there any like horses or people standing around outside and that we would notice?
None whatsoever. No, there is a well and there is a shed, which you think is more like a storage shed rather than a barn for animals and whatnot. You'd feel that this would house some animals here or there, but maybe it's at the back or something. At least not here.
I just heard yee-haw! Oh, crap. It's a very lively place.
Exciting.
Yes. Are the doors unlocked? Can we just walk in?
All right, go ahead.
Fantastic.
Walking inside, you come face to face with a rather indeed lively inn. There's quite a few people in here. It seems that there is a woman tending bar. There's a couple of people that are sitting at the bar. One of them you actually recognize from the blacksmith, who's currently sitting here for a drink. Other than that, there's a couple of people that are around tables, small ones and big ones. They're tending to their various foods and drinks.
As soon as I enter, I'm going to take a long look. Try to be as casual as I can. I'm looking for any magical things, and I also want to clock everybody's, like, if they've got weapons on them. Danger.
For the magic, I'll tell you in a bit. For the weapons, give me a investigation check.
Oops. Ooh, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's a 19 plus 2. 21.
All right. There's a couple of people here that are wearing weapons. Not all of them, but a couple of them. And they're the people where you would expect them to be wearing weapons. From your position, Casariel, the ones to your right, so that's to the north, the two sitting at the little table closest to you, are both wearing swords. On the large table, all the way to the north side of this building, or this room, there are 3 gentlemen sitting there, 2 of which are also carrying weapons, the ones most north. And you notice the gentleman sitting alone in the corner to the south is also wearing a saber. As to magic, Casariel, you're noticing distinctly that 2 people in this room have some magical ambiance around them. It's the gentleman sitting in the south, so directly south of you, and it's the lady behind the bar.
Okay.
Carla is going to rock up to the bar and go, "Can I get a bottle of wine and like several cups?"
The lady behind the bar walks up to you and says, "Certainly. Any particular preference or just wine?
Good wine. Talking wine.
We have some delivery problems, if you will, with the wine at the moment. But we do have grape mash number 3. We still have some of that left. I should be able to get you. Yeah, I should be able to get you a pitcher. Is a pitcher fine?
Pitch is fine. Pitch is perfect.
All right, wonderful. I will get you a pitcher. And how many cups?
Let's go 4.
4 cups it is. All right. I should be able to. I will get right with you.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to like slide over whatever amount that would cost.
That would be for a pint and 4 cups. That would be 4 silver.
Perfect. Slide it over.
All right. And you have a pitcher and 4 cups now.
Excellent. Excellent.
John, kind of similar to Casariel, he's aware of like, possible dangers just peripheral, but he kind of beeline straight to Rowley. Rowley, hello, good to see you. How are you doing in here?
Riley looks around to you and says, Fine, thank you. And he just returns to his cup of wine.
How were those pies?
Great, thank you.
Fantastic. Okay. And he's gonna look back at Casariel. Is Casariel still at the door? All right.
Yeah, she's kind of she's like folded her arms and just kind of leaned up against the wall for the moment, just casually checking things out.
He's gonna look over, see Carla's like made her way to over to another table, and Casariel's still back there. He shrugs and sits down at one of the chairs and waits for them.
Okay.
Right. Well, Carla is going to rock up to the loneliest looking man in this place, besides maybe the fellow in the corner, and slide a cup over to him, fill it with wine, and go, Carla Lilac, pleasure to meet you.
He looks at the cup and looks at you, Carla, and says, yeah? What's it to you?
Not the friendly sort.
I'm just here to drink, lady.
That's no fun. I mean, have you heard anything interesting going on recently? Is there anyone here that is more fun than you?
No? I mean, yes, probably. Probably all of them. Go talk to them. Each and every one of them.
Fine. I'm going to go and take my picture and my remaining 3 mugs and start walking away. As if the gods themselves had intervened. I'm going to go to this packed table. I'm going to like slide into this seat and I'm going to go, can you believe that guy? Absolutely no manners. Anyways, I'm Carla Lilac Hot. Pleasure to meet you. And I'm going to set down the 3 glasses and pour each one of them a drink.
All right. That'll like almost enter your picture. All 3 of them will look at you and just start laughing. The 2 of them, like, you know, the 2 north and northwest, so the 2 in the corner, specifically pointing at you and being like, you're tiny!
I am small. You are... You seem to be average height for a human.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, what's your deal? Who are you?
Why? Why do you want to know, dwarf?
I'm a dwarf. I'm a halfling. It's very different. We have
It's
different
even
lifespans.
worse.
My God, I hate humans. So, I am a journalist, and I'm currently exploring and want to get the scoop on this town. So, you're part of this town. Start talking. I'm going to give them a charming smile.
Like one of them elbows the other and is like, okay, I got this. Okay. So go to the Burgomaster's mansion and tell him you don't agree with his festivities.
Oh, but I've been in town long enough to know that would get me murdered.
Exactly. Wouldn't that be great?
Do you agree with his festivities?
Of course we do.
Mm. Well, who are you?
What the Burgomaster's gonna get.
What do you do in town? Do you just lay about having drinks all day?
The guy next to you says, well, that's Carl and that's Nickel, and he gets cut off like right then and there. It's like, shut up. We're no one.
But no one stops someone from telling them their name.
Yeah, it's not important. Not to you, at least. Like, who are you?
It's incredibly important to me.
No. Go buck someone else. Like, we're here just drinking.
Oh, come on. At least give me something.
Fine. Rowley doesn't like the Burgomaster. Talk to him.
Interesting. Okay, good gossip. And I'm going to sweep myself away towards the bar. Another round. I'm going to take 4 glasses and wine.
Is that another for silver?
Yep.
Sorry, you're still standing there, like, leaning against the wall, like, I don't care about this?
I am. I actually was watching that entire thing go down, and now that I see that she's safe as she walks away, I'm going to take my hood down and remove my cape and kind of sling it over my arm. Just, like, nonchalantly. Okay. Just looking around the room, seeing if anyone notices, just keeping an eye on both of my friends.
All right. So if you look around the room, there's a couple of interesting characters here. Like, people, some people just stand out naturally. The three people that are just standing out like that are the two people directly north of you and the one person directly south of you. The two people directly north of you, they look very rugged. They look like the kind of people that you don't want to mess with, but I mean, you'd expect them in a bar because they probably had a hard day of work, whatever it is they do, and they need a drink to wash it down with. But they sure as heck have a certain look about them. The guy to your south just looks weird for the fact that he is not a human. And as you might have noticed by now, the realm that you guys find yourself in Barovia, almost everyone here is human. Almost everyone, without exception. Except for those very few exceptions. This gentleman to the south here looks like a half-elf.
And can I tell what on him is kind of glowing magically?
Not really.
Okay.
There's something about him, but it's hard to pinpoint. Almost as if something is shrouding you from pinpointing it.
I'll just glance over, almost like it's an accident, like, oh, you look like you're not from here either. Do you have any recommendations?
My recommendation is don't be here in the first place.
Why is it dangerous?
If you don't know by now, then you probably never will know.
What if I don't ask? How will I ever find out?
Just by being here. I didn't catch your name. Who are you?
You didn't catch it because I didn't tell you.
Then tell me.
You first. What's your name?
Oh no, I insist.
Fine. Your turn.
My name is Richtavio.
Oh my. I can tell you're different from most here, as am I. We should stick together, shouldn't we?
Well, why don't you buy me a drink first and let's see how that goes.
Seems rather backward, doesn't it?
I have no desire for company at this point, but if you insist, get me a drink and we'll see where it goes.
Casariel forces herself to smile sweetly, but it comes out more like a pained grin.
Is this like, I'm getting this vivid image of the Terminator 2, Judgment Day, where Arnold Schwarzenegger learns how to grin? Is it that?
Yes, that also paired with like when a cat gets pissed off and it's like fur sticks up on its back, like, you know, and it's
I will kill you. Yeah.
It's like
I guess snarl.
What do you like to drink?
I love it. It's great. Just any wine will do.
And I'll just plot his death as I walk to the bar. Tough room, I'll say to John.
Are we going to have a drink, or what are we doing? Are we still looking for something? John Varenthal, normal schmuck.
You're introducing yourself to someone in particular, or?
No, I'm talking to, because like that was out of character, or that was just us. Like John Varenthal is the normal schmuck.
I'll just look past the normal schmuck down to Carla and try to get her attention.
You see her like chugging the picture. It is fucking hard to get anything out of these people. Oh, place is depressing.
I'm just gonna gesture back to the guy in the corner, and I'm just gonna do one of these.
Okay.
Then I will walk around John, just pat him on the shoulder, and say, "There's an elf in the corner. Got something magical on it." He wants a drink. He wants me to buy him a drink. Can you imagine? What is it with this town?
Weird. Am I
Weird.
close enough to hear or no?
You're sitting next to her, so yeah.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah, I
Okay,
walked
yes,
away.
right. That's right. Awesome. Okay.
I would imagine
I gave
so.
up on John immediately. and then walked away.
My thing was frozen, so I thought you were still talking to him. Sorry. Yeah. So it's so strange, just so unfriendly. No one's willing to give information. It's not like Barovia, like the village of Barovia, where people were willing. But he wants you to. Listen here. Here's like the rest of my wine. You can give this to him, and I like pour out the rest of the jug and like give it to her in a glass. Then technically you didn't buy it. I bought it, so it's not like, you had to stoop to such levels.
Ugh, I'm not going to take your wine. He said some specific kind. Excuse me. And I'll call the tender, the barkeepess, the
Yes.
lovely lady behind the bar.
Yes.
May I have a pitcher of wine?
Of course. And she'll slide you a pitcher. It's for 4 silver.
Certainly. I'll give her 4 silver. And 3 glasses, please.
All right, here you go.
While she does that, John's gonna lean forward and talk to the bartenders. Do you sell pies here?
Yeah. Why?
I didn't think you did. Never mind.
Do you have some in stock right now, or are you waiting for some?
Oh, right.
We have some. We get it from the tavern in town.
Do the tavern make it, or have you
Yes,
tried
they have-
the wonderful?
The pies from the mill.
The tavern has its own bakery, she says, and when you mention the mill, her eyes just flare up a little bit. And she says, "What kind of pies are you talking about?"
Like the old mill, the old Durst mill, the people who make pies there. And I show her like one of the little hand pies. They're going for 2 gold apiece.
Give me an insight check.
Ooh.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Natural 20.
Go! Let's go!
Why couldn't that have been
This-
on fucking dire wolves?
The weirdest thing, Carla, the weirdest thing. She looks visibly stricken as you show the pie to her. That's the only thing that you see, physically from her.
what is stricken
As
mean?
you show that pie, it's like taken aback. Like you show her the pie, and it's almost as if you show her a dead rat.
I kind of pull it back, and in her head she hears, "Are you okay?"
She ignores the message. No, I'm gonna retcon that. You say to her, "Are you okay?"
Mm-hmm.
It'll take a long while, and then she replies with, "I am now. Give me..." See what a fitting roll for that is, because I need a roll for this. Give me a perception check. You are good at that. I'll allow that.
Okay, pretty solid. Perception 17. Yeah,
17 total?
total, yeah.
Holy shit, you recognize her voice.
I recognize her voice.
Yeah, you recognize her voice.
From where?
That eludes you. But you recognize her voice.
Have we met
Okay.
before?
She looks at you and she says, No, we haven't. But we get our pies from the tavern. The tavern also has a bakery. The bakery makes pies. We get them over here. So we're fine. We don't need your pies. Thank you.
Our pies are delicious. The
No,
meatballs
they're not.
especially.
We
It's okay.
we don't want to upset our deal that we
Of-
have with
of
the
course.
tavern over here.
I'm just stating that the pies are delicious.
Of course, but please keep them in your bags. We'd like to, if you want to buy, it's our place.
Of course, we're not here to take take over the place or anything. We're not.
No,
here to
you're
do that.
not, are you?
No, of course not.
Great.
You just
We came here looking for a friend. Gorgeous, long, red hair. Have you seen her?
The owner of the potion shop.
No, although she is very gorgeous. No, a different girl. She might have come with a rather handsome man.
There's a lot of handsome men in Vallaki. What
I've yet to see them. Oh my goodness. Point them out.
She grins with you.
So no passing travelers?
Passing travelers? No, not really. I mean, we always get them, but nothing that like fits your description.
No. Thank you. I kind of look at the other two like wide-eyed, like something's going on. I don't know what, but something's going on.
to try to mend fences a little bit. He says, "How much for one of your pies?"
Oh, they go for 50 silver.
It's 5 gold, isn't it?
Sorry, 5 silver.
Oh, okay.
It's a little much, right?
Five gold for a pie? That's outrageous. What kind of pies do you have?
We have sweet potato, vegetable and meat.
I have a sweet potato pie.
All right. Well, suit yourself.
Here, he'll hand over 5 silver just to kind of show that he didn't actually. He was, he's not here to do anything.
She will give you a sweet potato pie, which looks pretty much like the one that you guys already have.
He's gonna not stealthily at all pull out one of his own sweet potato pies and weigh them and smell. Do they smell very similar?
Yeah, kind of, but there is you can tell one from the other, but they're close.
Okay, he'll put the other one back in his bag. And start eating.
You're gonna eat it?
Yeah, he bought it from her.
It tastes fucking bland. It's good. It's hearty food, but it's in no way as good as the ones that you have. There's no contest. It's like they forgot the salt or something.
After the first bite, immediately he's sort of happy. Oh, his just face drops. Oh. Thanks for the pie.
You're welcome. Anything else I can get you?
Water.
Sure. That's a copper.
I'm gonna pour John a glass of wine and just scoot it over to him.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your man, should we look into him? I turn to Casariel.
Yes, just one more thing. I have a question, if you don't mind. I don't suppose. And this. Do you own this place? Have you worked here for long?
My husband owns this place, yes.
Oh,
we both do, but his name is on the contract.
Oh, medieval times. Am I right?
Yes.
I don't suppose you've ever had a patron that you remember that looked sort of like me.
Sorry, that's such a good
What?
comment. It's so true. That's so true. You can tell that this campaign was written in the 1970s.
Yeah. Again, the cat hairs prickle on her back, and that same sentiment.
Yeah. Scratch that. I'm the fucking owner. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. You're the fucking owner. You're behind the bar right now.
Yes, exactly. I'm the one making money.
Right, fuck you.
So I do, trust me.
Oh, good.
So what was your question?
I don't suppose you've seen anyone, and you cannot put in your 2 weeks. I don't suppose you've seen anyone that looked like me. It would have been a while ago. A woman, perhaps. It's a long shot. I'm looking for my mother. So.
No. You don't. I mean, you you stand out. The blonde hair. You're still sporting the brown eyes, right?
Yes. Does thaumaturgy just
Yeah.
last in perpetuity?
Yeah, until you cancel. There's really a limit to it.
Okay.
It's. I mean, I would technically rule it as concentration, but there's no reason for you not to lose concentration on that. So sure.
Okay.
You're definitely someone that I would have remembered, and honestly, it's. No, I don't think so. No.
Just one more question. Just gonna lean in. This gentleman in the corner back here, the half elf. What's his story?
It's been around for a little while. Story goes that he came into Barovia a couple of months ago. He was part of a larger carnival. He's a bard, I believe. He's part of a larger carnival. And he came here for his reasons. I'm not really sure what his reasons are, but he's here. He comes in daily. He has his drinks. He has his food here. He rents a room somewhere in town, I believe. He has a carnival wagon as well. That's really all I know.
Yeah, of his. No, he's. I'll put a gold down on the bar and just kind of slide it towards her. Thank you.
She thanks you profusely for that. That's really kind of you. Thank you.
All right, shall we?
Yes. So he's got a carnival wagon. Perhaps we might have a ride around Barovia now if we get on his good side. She says as we're sort of like carrying the drinks over towards his table.
Yeah, I'll just
You
kind of
walk
pat
over to
him on the shoulder and say, probably best us women do this, but you can chat the bartender up a bit.
He's gagging down his pie.
And it's a like, let me rephrase the fact, it's still like a good pie, but it is like, if you have a good non-sweet pie,
Yeah.
the difference between adding salt or not can make the difference between a good pie or a really good pie. This is a good pie.
So this is like mashed potatoes in a bread wrapping kind of deal.
Yeah,
mashed sweet
but
potato.
heated and
Yeah.
whatnot, so it
Okay.
works. But it
All right.
could have used a little salt.
Yeah, he sort of looks around and sees if there are any seasonings, and there aren't, and he's like, he'll just keep an eye out over his shoulder at them.
She's just gonna look at Carla and be like, he's so strong. So strong.
He's smart in his own ways at times. He's quite creative
Really?
on the battlefield.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
Salt of the earth, really.
And
Salt? Somebody say salt?
Jesus.
That's such an insult hidden in the compliment. He's so strong in his own way.
It's like, oh my god, you're so lucky you're pretty. Like that energy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh.
Exactly. But
Non-Veritol, ordinary schmuck.
interestingly, to John, you're so strong is like the best compliment you can give him. So it totally works.
Oh, well,
Anyway, shall we? All right.
yes.
I will.
So you walk back over to him.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll place
You'll see the both of you approach.
down in front of him.
He'll
Sweetly.
take it.
Sweet as pie. So not aggressively. But probably a little aggressively.
So he bought me a drink. That means we're gonna have a toast. What do we toast to?
Being not human.
This is Carla. And I'll
Sure.
click her and his.
To being not human, and to being in heaven half an hour before the devil knows we're dead, he says. And he lifts his glass.
Bing. Quite the wordsmith. So, who are you?
Well, I already told your companion. My name is Richtavio. I am I used to be a carnival proprietor who has found its way into Barovia and has not found its way out yet.
My. Were you alone when you entered Barovia, or were you with a troop?
Me and my wagon.
You and your wagon? How did you end up in a place such as this? I mean, I know how we did.
If you have an answer to that question, that would solve half of my problems.
Can't remember?
I was traveling down a road and I ran into some mist, which happens. And when the mist cleared, I was in this land.
So, sometimes it's not targeted. Sometimes it's an accident, so it must have a physical... She starts kind of like muttering to herself as like
Which
small
is why
little...
it says,
Yeah, small little clues sort of start piecing together, and you see her like pull out a piece of sheet and start writing it
kind
out.
of loudly to try to drown out her like mumbling. Delicious.
How long have you been specifically within this city?
I've been in Barovia for about 3 months now, of which 2.5 months have been in Vallaki.
Yeah. And is that 2.5 months of festivals every week?
Yes.
Oh my. Have you met the Burgomaster?
Only in passing. I haven't had the extreme displeasure of meeting him in person.
Does he seem crazy beyond
Yes.
this? Okay, good. Good to know. It's harder to bargain with crazy people.
See, the essence of what he does, I can support. He wants his people to live fearless and free. That I can support. His methods are another thing entirely.
Yes. Donkey heads are certainly a choice.
Amongst other things, yes.
What other things?
The fact that we have a jamboree or a party every other week, it's too much.
Yeah. Yes. There's no other business going on besides that, just this weirdness of festivals.
Well, I mean, people just go about their work, right? It's just, that still happens, but...
Interesting.
So what about you? What brings you in town?
I'm looking for a friend. And to sell some pies.
Kind of
There's
pies.
a touchy subject in here, so look under the table and I try to very hidden show him the sort of the stack of hand pies that we have that's like potato, sweet potato, meat, vegetable.
You'll see him
God.
take a look at the pies.
Pie salesmen now.
I'm sorry.
No,
Money
this is
on the
perfect.
mind.
You'll see him take a look at the pies and then look at you, and he says, "No, thank you."
You're lost. But we are looking for our friends. They were travelers. They might have swept in here. Very pretty young lady and a handsome man. Good jaw.
But the only handsome man that I know in this town, other than me, that would be Vasily.
Vasily. Oh! So you know him? A friend? Vasily?
Vasily is quite the established gentleman in this town.
He seems it. Where would I find him? We're looking for him.
He has a house a little ways down the road. If you go towards the city center, not the square, But a little ways further down the road, you would be able to find his house. He lives near the Blinksy toy shop.
Toy shop. Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Very well. You know, that's kind of like taken away from his charm. Like if he lived in something cool, like a castle toy shop.
Oh, don't be mistaken. He lives in quite a nice house. It's just down the road of a toy shop.
Reputation and all that. But sorry, I'm completely distracted from the point. Out of character for a moment. I'm after getting a little bit lost up in whatever thing we're doing. What are we trying to find out from this guy besides the location of Irena and Vasily?
I think that's it.
To you two.
That's why she brought you over. That's what you
Amazing. Oh, amazing. Oh no. I'm at the wheel.
do.
Okay.
Big.
Yeah, we got it.
So, you're not from originally Barovia. Where would you be from? I'm personally just outside of Neverwinter, but I located mostly there.
My tale is one that is long and sad, but I'm from a land called Darkon.
Darkon.
Yes.
Never been. Any good ghost stories there?
More than I care to admit, yes.
Have to put it on my list. After all this is done.
So you've been here a while.
Couple of months now, yes.
What should we check out in this city?
Well, me, for example, he says while he looks at you.
I'm presently doing that. Richtavio, what else?
Well, why not continue doing that under the pleasantry of a cup of wine or two?
Are you buying the next cup of wine?
Oh,
For you? Absolutely.
I was kind of glare over the table.
He specifically did not notice you, Carla. Like, he did not mention you in that.
We're just both staring at him, I imagine. Just
Blankly. Medieval times.
mm-hmm.
Well, I think
John
I've gotten
takes a
everything that I needed to get out of this. Good luck, Casariel. Chugging back the drink and walking off.
Oh man.
I'm gonna like pop over to John and just like lean against him like we're going to need to go to a fucking toy shop and see Vasily
Oh,
continue
toys.
drinking. Anyways, continue on. Good luck.
All right. So are we going there now, or should it's still what time wise? It's still like almost not even noon, right? It's like
It's
morning.
just about noon.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just about noon.
So yeah, there's definitely like should we book a room at the inn here, or should we? What or are we going to be staying with Vasily? Do you think?
Hopefully Vasily will let us stay. I mean, it would be rude not to after we like risked our life for him.
Sure. All right. I guess do we need anything else? Like, how is Casariel and that guy over there? What's going on over there?
Not sure, but he seems very rude. Which is why I've left him alone with her. I think she's going to knock him in, like, down a peg or two.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this has happened before. And so John immediately like gets up and he goes over just to make sure she hasn't slit his throat yet. Okay.
That's my boy.
Richtavio is still sitting there, like, elbows on the table. Like, so what do you do tonight?
She does the same. She mirrors him and she says, "What's up with these two over here? The two warrior types. It look like they're going to go kill a buffalo or something."
So from what I learned is that those two seem to be two hunters, I believe. They're something like that. They're not really that important.
And what about the other three over there?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't really know them. Much more interested in you.
Do you know what interests me, Richtavio? That magic bit you've got on you there. What's that about?
Well, get to know me and find out.
Hi. John's gonna sort of step up and he like from a body language standpoint, is Casariel looking like is she grabbing a knife, or what's going on with Casariel right now?
No, but he would know that
Yeah.
she does not just chit chat up guys just for like funsies.
Yeah.
She's on the mission.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, if she's not looking like she's about to pounce across the table and throttle this guy, he's gonna sort of he's letting her do her thing. He's not gonna interfere, but he will step in if this guy's life is in danger.
No, if you walk over, John.
Okay, yeah. So hi.
Hi.
How are you both doing?
Is it time to the thing?
Yes, I believe so. We've got to meet our friend.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it's been swell meeting you, and if you need me, I will probably be here. I look forward to meeting you again.
Oh, good to know. It was a pleasure.
Does he even look at John as he's walking up and walking by?
Casually, but it's like 5% to 95% Casariel.
Okay, he just sort of he doesn't even bother introducing himself. This guy's not interested, so he's just gonna walk by. I guess we're heading out.
You guys want to head out?
Yeah, we're gonna, I guess, head in the direction of the toy shop / Vasily.
As you walk out into the broad daylight of the afternoon.
Before we do head out, though, I do want to do one thing.
Okay, yeah, John's probably gonna wait
Sorry.
for Casariel to lead at this point.
Sorry now. Okay. I'm going to use sort of like what I have gained from the Tome of Strahd, the illusory script. I'm going to take my ink my little ink holder and my quill, and I'm going to take it out and I'm going to put down a page on the table and kind of look like I'm going to be writing from that on the bar. But instead, I'm going to kind of hide it, and on the side of the bar, I'm going to illusory script a message for Irena of where to find us, so that anyone who reads it will be it'll appear as a magical jumble, but to her specifically, she'll be able to read it.
Sure, and that'll say what specifically? Hey, Irena, if you read this, you can find us over at what?
Oh, you'll find us at Vasily's.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
And then I'll join off with them.
And with that, we're going to end the episode for today.
Woo!
Oh man, we're that was 20% pie selling, and I'm into it. That was so fun.
You guys are running a pie cartel at this point.
Yeah, all we need to do now is start building, and we've got a Valheim / Curse of Strahd situation happening.
We just gotta figure out
crafting.
And you guys have run into your first competition.
Competition. I had some of that pie. I will tell you, that's good competition to have.
Were they able to swindle a nobleman out of 80 gold? I don't think so.
That was such a lot of money, but hey, good roll.
She's a persuasive little asshole. Good for her.
John is super proud of himself for having gotten 2 gold for a couple of pies. He doesn't even know that she's got made a boatload yet. That's amazing.
Not telling you.
Yeah, she's probably not going to tell us either.
Nope. Awesome. Thank you so much.
So, as always, you guys can catch us next week again on Twitch, same time, same place. And if you haven't seen the entirety of this episode just yet, which you can't know unless you're already watching this end part of the episode, but you can catch us on YouTube as well on Mondays, I believe. We upload the entire episode.
These will be available Monday, I believe. But no matter where you are in the world, should be around the morning on Monday, or just the entire day. You should see it.
Yes.
Want to give a round of applause. Thank you so much to our DM. That was
incredible.
Very, very well done episode. Fantastic.
Amazing.
Oh, there's so much going on right now, guys.
All right. Thank you all so much. Anything else before we end the episode?
subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow,
follow
us on
us.
Twitch and all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Follow us.
All the things.
Spread the
standard
word.
stuff.
Yeah.
Annoy
please.
your neighbors.
it really
Personally
does
go out and
help
talk to your
us.
neighbors.
It-
Tell them
Yeah,
to
there's
do this.
something. We're gonna have a podcast.
yeah.
That
we're-
too. Yeah.
Hot flash.
Yeah.
We're working on making these into an audio only podcast for your listening pleasure as you are on the go or any other scenario you'd like. Very
Where we're
nice.
moving this into indeed complete audio recordings, and probably also just some, I don't know, maybe some Q&As or something that we can do in audio, something like that. Probably.
Cool stuff.
Thank you all so much.
Yeah.
Guys, have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Bye bye, everybody.